Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is...
Hey, if anybody hasn't told you today, I just want to stop by and say you're looking pretty freaking awesome. Because you are pretty freaking awesome. So have yourself a pretty freaking awesome day. Okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. See you around, stuff. Bye.
I love y'all. I'm open local. I know how I'd everything of you. Man.
I still don't understand why 11 can't be 1-1. We got 22, 33, 44, 55, but 11 can't be 1-1?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
If you need an auto parts, you can find me. I can help you find the company. No parts in my factory or with company. So cheap, just cheap. If you need a many engine, you can find me. I can help you find the company. Many engine in my factory is orange with company. So good, just good, very good, very good, very.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Don, 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 don.
JMM the way.
Were these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Hello, I'm Butthead. For years and years, I found myself unable to score. But then one day, a friend introduced me to a product that changed my life forever. It's beer. Got any? Hello.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby Grant.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
Chat family and the greatest panel of friends and all them positive vibes. Oh, it's BF Live.
It is in fact BF Live. Welcome to Monday, folks. Are you ready? What do you think? It doesn't matter what you think. Money comes for it no matter what. Oh, that's right, y'all. It's only Monday. You know what's up. You hear the song. How's everybody doing? Hang on, got shit. Let me take shit in and out of my studio. There we go. It's a Monday for me too, folks. How you doing? Let's get into it. This is BF Live The Vibe stream show. It's only Monday, 364, Monday, August 18th in the big city. You ready to get another week started? Well, like life says, it doesn't matter if you're ready or not. Monday's coming, so it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I hope you guys are hanging out with me every damn day of it right here, because it's only Monday. Like a punch. We got some news that's going to hit you like a punch. Well, maybe not like a punch. We're going to do the BF Live, The Vibe, not so serious news right here on Monday, August 18th. How's everybody doing today? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to help you guys get your week started. Let's see. We're going to hang out for the next 3 hours. I see all of my friends forming in the chat family. We are going to do the BF Live The Vibe chat family check-in. That's what we do here on BF Live The Vibe. We hang out for 3 hours every day, and you guys come in the chat, and we create a vibe. 3 hours of positive vibes right here. How's all my lurkers and workers today? How you doing at the BF? I don't get on chat. I don't chat. I ain't got my thumbs are all big, and I'm too busy. I don't do that stuff. Hello to my lurkers and workers out there. Damn, that glare bothers me. But then you got to put up with maybe a little BF Chang look without the glare and all. But yes, hello my lurkers and workers. Hello to my chat family, and welcome to all friends, old and new. This is BF Live The Vibe Stream Show 364. We're about positive vibes. Hey, what did you guys get into over the weekend? Actually, I had a faster coffee morning today, so I have my agua here. I have some water. What did you guys get into this weekend? I had like a very busy weekend. I'm getting mine in, folks, because like I say, around here on the East Coast of the United States where I'm coming from, we get the season. So by the time, the cold weather starts rolling around, the days get shorter and the nights are getting long. That's a song. No, but the days get shorter, and I like long days. I like warm summer days. So I try to get it in. So I warn anybody that's affected by the season, get your shit in now. It is Monday, August 18th. We're going to get in what we do right here on The Vibe, 3 hours of positive vibes. We have fun videos. I'm going to do Rock You Like a Horoscope, your horoscope readings. It's Monday, folks, right? We have to know what the stars hold in mind for us. Shout out to the 20 people who just want something a little different in the midday. This is BF Live The Vibe. This is positive vibes. Come on, but maybe not everybody can feel Monday. Wait a minute. Let's get in a couple of these. Let me turn some of this stuff over my board over here, and maybe some of you will feel like this.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
I don't know. I bet it's probably this guy right here is what they were talking about.
If one more person comes up to me on a Monday and says, Happy Monday, I'm going to beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, shit, Elmo.
My ass.
Happy Monday, my ass.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Sounds like the one and only Elmo has a case of the Mondays. Well, we don't allow a case of the Mondays right here on The Vibe, folks. We're about 3 hours of positive vibes. Put your chats in because I will be getting to the opening chat family check-in. That's where you guys let me know your status and let me know what you're up to. And we have a little chat party right here. And then after the chat party, I have a few news stories that I'm going to present to you in the BF Live The Vibe other news, or the not so serious news. Some of the stories we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about, how about a wallet, folks? I've converted to this little metal wallet finally. I don't have the old man leather wallet anymore. Some of my younger bros saw me with this and they went, BF, your daughters must have got you that. You ain't cool enough to get that. I'm like, come on, I got this shit off of Amazon myself. So it's just one of those like squishy wallets where it's just my regular kind of credit cards and stuff. It's got the hard metal ends, the clip and all that stuff. But I'm going to tell you a news story about a wallet that went on a journey. You know, I don't know if you're like me. Luckily for me, I don't really lose things. I'm more of a misplacer, I like to call it. I kind of just forget the last place I put it, but I always usually catch up to my stuff. But I'm going to tell you about a story about a wallet that traveled 150,000 miles in a unique way and found its original owner again over an 11-year period. We're going to talk about that in the Vibe Other News, not so serious news. I'm also going to tell you about, the latest for the Tooth Fairy. Do you have any kids or grandkids that are still subject to leaving teeth out for them? Well, I'm going to tell you the new kind of budgets and the highs and the lows, the averages might have changed for the Tooth Fairy. Now, when I was quite younger, we would get like a quarter or 50 cents or whatever you get. But now my understanding is these kids nowadays, they get 1s and 10s and 5s and 20s. And sometimes in addition, they get like a first tooth. My nose is itching. A first tooth kind of a gift, if you will. So I didn't get into that, but we're going to see what's up the latest with the Tooth Fairy. Maybe you guys are older like me and you didn't get all that stuff when you were younger. We'll see what the Tooth Fairy is up to with the latest averages of what kids are getting nowadays, these kids. I also have a story about a sexy story. I always got sexy stories. We're going to end every BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious newscast with a sexy bikini report. That's going to be about some your groceries. We're going to look at their groceries and talk about groceries. Another story I want to talk about is this OnlyFans sensation, Sophie Rain. She's quite an attractive young lady. Of course, that helps when you're making millions of dollars on OnlyFans. I'm going to tell you she actually gave some money to charity, and it's probably charity/promotion, but that's okay because it's a good cause. We're going to get into that. She's involved with Mr. Beast. And then what else I got here for you? We're going to talk about what travelers have the rudest countries, and you might be surprised that it may or may not be America. We'll get into that. And we're also going to talk about some of the new words that Generation Z has added to the Cambridge Dictionary. Yes, folks, Gen Z, the generations that are beyond us, they're now establishing some of these crazy words of their culture. They're becoming legit words being put in the Cambridge Dictionary. We'll cover those, and I'll keep you hip and cool about all that fun stuff. Like I said, Bikini Report. We're going to do Rock You Like a Horoscope. Man, I have so much stuff written down here. On a Monday, I'm always ready because the weekend, like life kind of builds up and good ideas build up. And also, we're going to do, we'll have to do an unfortunate celebrity death report about probably an actor who may be one of these ones you recognize, but maybe isn't the most famous household name. A guy named Terrence Stamp. We're going to talk about him in a celebrity death report. I'll do that at the top of the other news. We could also check the National Day calendar. We always do that. I have a special way we could do Scott's Hole if he shows up. I have the top 30 as seen on TV items. I want to know if we ever get to this segment today because I have more than 3 hours of stuff right here on my little sheets here, folks. But I want to know when we get to this segment how much of these weird kind of wacky as seen on TV items you kind of fell for or bought, or maybe they actually work well for you. We'll talk about this and so much more. All right, well, it is Monday. I don't see any of my bros backstage, but welcome to everybody that's joining me for BF Live, The Vibe, Stream Show 364. You know, they burned the midnight oil. That is Bobby Nick. He did a late night show as I was prepping this show. And then as he was doing the late night show, he ended that show. Wendy said, I think we have to end this. And then like within 5 minutes, I see him on another live show with the one and only Jake Hudson. So I imagine once Bobby Nick rolls out of bed and wipes the sleep out of his eyes, he'll probably join us sometime in the next 3 hours. We'll see if Scott, Andrew, or who else shows up. But I know what's here, folks. I'm here. I have my glasses. I have my vape pen. Don't threaten me with a good time. And I have a chat family, and I got some great chats building up. So tell me what you're up to, folks. And I want some of my lurkers and workers to get brave enough one day to check in and go, BF, you were right about us being out there. I heard you, and I wanted to check in. But if that's not today, I understand. But the glasses go on. And you guys let me know what you're up to. This is Monday, August 18th. We're starting off the week, and we're starting off this show with the Vibe opening chat family check-in, folks. Put them in, and I'll post them up, and we're going to read them in rapid succession. This is the opening chat family check-in. It's Monday. Let's get the day and the week started. Let's go.
amongst yourselves.
That's what you do. Talk amongst yourselves, please. Feel welcome and talk with me. And welcome to many new friends. I'm so appreciative of the generosity of people like Pecan, Juggalette Jen, and so many of you other ones. The only reason I mention them is because they're quite prolific, and I think you'll notice that by the first couple chats in the chat from Pecan and all. But thank you, everyone, and welcome to BF Live The Vibe. You know, this world is serious enough, so I like to say we only get one ride on this planet, and I'm determined to make it the best one that I can. We only get one good one, and I'm here to help you do that same. So put them in, folks. You got them posted up. Let's go. This is the opening chat family check-in. Get them in there for BF Live The Vibe stream show 364. It's Monday, folks. Let me know what you're up to. I see some pretty colors in here and lots of friends, so let's do it. Pecan checks in uniformly. With the first chat, as always, my enthusiastic and generous friend, and he says, Goonie Goo Goo, you begonias. Happy Monday. He utilizes his Pecan membership emoji. He says, Ungo Bungo. What do you know, my friend Pecan? Let's go. I know that right after he checks in with his regular chat, he always follows in a most generous and consistent form with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Pecan. Thank you. That goes a long way to my modest Monday goal of $3.17 or enough to keep this thing going. I love doing this, folks, and your donations help me keep doing it. Thank you, Pecan, then, who chose that he represents me and supports me with a monthly membership by utilizing the armchair comic emojis, my newest one with me in the AI doll outfit or the toy package, Andrew the Giant, Bobby Nick, and all the like. How about Wendy Pack in WWE clothes, folks? Where else are you going to have fun with an emoji like that? But right here on The Vibe, I have two levels, $9.99 a month and as little as $4.99 a month if you choose to support me with a monthly membership like Pecan 420 does. And he gifts one. So if you don't have money, he gifted one. Let's see who got lifted and gifted. The Ground HOF Day checks in. He got that one. That's a new name showing up in The Vibe. Then Pecan utilizes his very own emojis and he throws the smokes out there. Don't threaten me with a good time, my friend Pecan. I always got it armed and ready. Hoya, everyone says, Dang Lizard, another talented friend. Checks in on The Vibe. BF Live The Vibe is worldwide. I see that you have a new cartoon. We'll see if we can kind of work that into the inner workings of this 3-hour fun that we have here, Dang Lizard. He has another fun cartoon there on Dang Lizard right here on YouTube. Then my friend Oscar Electric checks in. What's up, Oscar? He shouts out Pecan, then he shouts out Dang Lizard. He says, Happy Monday, peeps. I thought it said birthday when I seen happy.
One more person comes up to me on a Monday and says, Happy Monday! I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them! Happy Monday!
Unless they're Oscar Electric, then I'll gladly accept it. Thank you, Oscar Electric. Dang Lizard says, Happy Monday to Oscar Electric in return. Betty White Kickass checks in and says, Thank you for being a friend. Betty White's, ooh, you know what? See, now I have a Freudian slip in there. Welcome, number one, at Betty White's kick-ass. I had Betty White's thick ass in my brain. You got me, I'm doing that shit. You're like, Betty White's thick ass. I'm like, yeah. I thought I read it wrong. Maybe you should consider a name change. Welcome to BF Live The Vibe. Betty White's thick ass. Betty White kicks ass. There you go. Thank you for being a friend. We travel down the road and back again. Welcome to The Vibe. How you doing? Let's see. We have Clip In, another enthusiastic friend chicken. He said, let's go. Then what's he say after that? He says hello to the panel, to the chat. Clip and greets everybody. Oscar Electric gets the shout out. Pecan. Oh, look who it's from. It's from the one. It's from the only.
You got a cock in here.
Mandy did. Mandy Div then shouts out myself, Bobby, Nick, Andrew, and Scott. Now, they're not here yet, but I'm sure they appreciate the salutation just the same. Space, Chief, 75, checks in on a Monday for positive vibes. He says, hey, everybody, we finally got the power back after tornado the other day. Thanks to Psych and Ding Dong for helping me out today. That's amazing too. Well, first of all, I didn't really know. I wasn't really on social media a lot, so I didn't see that you were going through a thing. I understand that parts of the country did have some more severe weather, so I hope that you guys made it through that safe as possible. Thanks to Psych and Ding Dong for helping me out today. Now that's amazing right there. Chat family. I say it all the time. We are chat family. A matter of fact, I got proof of it right here because Terry Nee and we all like vibe off each other quite literally. And Terry Nee saw what Space Chief 75 was doing. And he says, you know what? I have a little bit of ability to like make stuff on AI and produce cool videos that shows my enthusiasm for the things that I enjoy. So let's do it. This is the vibe. This is about positive vibes. So let me present this screen to you and let's play the Terry Nee produced AI joint to promote our friend Space Chief 75. He's our artist friend. Now, do you have like a poster or some tattoo art, or you have a special occasion coming up you want something drawn for? No AI. Space Chief 75. Hit him up on Twitter X while we enjoy this. It's Monday, folks. This is BF Live, the vibe. Here's all the original art. You'll see mine in there. Bob Levy, Replayables and the like. I Survive Replayables. Do you have a show? Do you have like a special anniversary coming up? A special 50th, 60th like birthday? You want to mark it with a special like kind of poster or something like that? One of a kind art. No two pieces are the same. You can reach out to him. Slide up in his DMs up on Twitter X. Space Chief 75. Checks in on a Monday. This is just the opening chat family check-in, folks. We're just getting started. In here. With art so bold, it does in fact mesmerize. Oscar's having fun with the emojis in here on the vibe. Space gets acknowledged by Oscar Electric. After this opening chat family check-in, I got some fun stories. We're going to have fun, sexy news. The BF Live, the Vibe, other news. Segments, videos, we can get into Perry Talk. We can get into all kind of fun stuff today. But please make sure that guy, hit him up on Twitter X. Art so bold, it mesmerizes. There's a perfect example of chat family right there. Space Chief 75 simply made up my art one day. He said, BF, I do this for you because I enjoy what you do, and I'm a bro, and I want you to have this. And he made up mine. And I felt like I was in the big boys club when Space Chief 75 made up my own art. He made us up some for Replayables when we did it on Levyverse. Do you have your very own unique Space Chief 75? You can get your own by sliding up on his DMs on Twitter and X. Not in that way, folks, for art only. All right, let's continue on here with the vibe because we were doing the opening chat family check-in. Let me see where I left off with Space Chief 75. So where it's highlighted, and we'll continue on down the line. Let me see where I leave that. Here we go with my first skip of the day. Ooh, let me see. Space Chief. Here we go. There you go. Space Chief checked in, and then there we go. There's. And thank you. That's so great hearing that Psych and that chat family is helping. It's not just some kind of stuff that goes down on screen and hokey stuff. People were really chat family and kind of look out for each other, even like behind the scenes. So that's great to hear and know and be verified. Oscar Electric is having fun with all types of fruit emojis. He shouts out Space Chief 75. Space Chief gets acknowledged by Mandy Diff. Space Chief 75 acknowledges Oscar Electric. Space Chief 75 acknowledges Mandy Diff. There is a membership link. If you don't have enough money to maybe super chat every show and you want to support me, you can do it for as little as $4.99 a month by clicking on that link with a monthly membership. Thank you in advance. Spurksnake has been a member, uses his membership link right here, his chat, for 3 months. I'm that bro longer than that. Big hugs to the ladies and firm handshakes to the gents. Duty call, says Spurksnake, checking in. You can check out Spurksnake. He hangs with Dylan at night. I see him, Dylan, from somewhere at night. Spurk does his own like Family Feud kind of game show nights. Always, when you're ever on YouTube, look for Spurksnake. He's always hanging out there doing something. And Spurksnake continues to be a member. Thank you, Spurk. Space Chief 75 gets acknowledges Spurksnake. And there's the acknowledgement right back from Spurksnake. Sass checks in. Sass of food. Good morning to the lovely Sass. Happy Monday to you. Checking in for positive vibes. Love you, chat family, says our friend Spurksnake. There's the Shawnee zone. It's not high register Shawnee. It's simply just
It's Shawnee.
It's Shawnee from back in the Stern Show days. I had the privilege of doing his Shawnee Zone show with him, where he talks about dogmen and the like. He's starting up his own personal YouTube page, and that's the link running in my chat right there. If you want to go say hello to him and give him a free like, share, and subscribe on his page, it's absolutely free to help him out like that. Mandy Diff gets the shout-out love to Spurk, Snake, and Snass. There's one for the 100 Proof Podcasting link in the Discord. Hola from Gimme Besos. Are you where I thought you said you were going somewhere? You said hola from, I think I know where that is. There's Scott Fitzpatrick's links right there, the prop master. Gimme Besos gets love from Mandy Diff, as we're about halfway through the opening chat family check-in. Hola from Lima, Peru beaches. You said you were going there. Last time Gimme Besos went to Lima, Peru. But you said you were going to look for, when I did that article a couple weeks ago, we're finding that on every dig that they do to put utilities in over there in the capital city of Lima, they're literally uncovering graves. Like apparently the whole city of Lima, they just buried people everywhere indiscriminately there, Gimme Besos. And you said that you were going to possibly look for that going on when you were there. But last time, the generous chat family, he went to Peru. Gimme Besos came back and bought me like this little funky llama keychain. I have this other, look at the little girly, look at that little handmade keychain. And I was bought back some high quality, what was it, that Pietro Nieto or whatever. It's like some grape-based alcohol or vodka. Thank you for checking in, Gimme Besos. BF Live the Vibe is in fact worldwide. I prove it every day. From Lima, Peru, checks in Gimme Besos for positive vibes. Betty White's thick ass says, already having fun and only 5 minutes in. That is awesome. But hang on tight, because we're going to have fun. Matt Problems, hey, Matt checking in for BF Live the Vibe. He coined it Midday Freaks. Pecan acknowledges Mandy Diff with the Hoya. Pecan then acknowledges Spurk Snake. Pecan gets acknowledged from Matt Problems. Sats gets the Hoya from Pecan. Jim, FJM, the calcified kid, checks in and says, Monday. You know, I wasn't going to be so corny and play like, you know, Monday, and that Manic Monday with the Bangle song. You know, that's an enjoyable probably song every other day of the week, but maybe Monday, just another manic, shut up! Just like Elmo says. There's something about that one. Plus our morning news like that we had here for many years, that was like their go-to bit every Monday. You heard Manic Monday. You knew it was time to get up and start your week and go to work and school, and it made you feel like this.
If one more person comes up to me on a Monday and says, Happy Monday, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them.
Holy shit.
Happy Monday, my ass.
See, Happy Monday, my ass. Widow Killer checks in. The most... I want to thank the Widow Killer for always looking out for BF Live the Vibe, and so many of you who say, hey, BF, here, I'll slide up in your mailbox in your DMs. This might be a good article to share, a good fun picture to have fun with, or some content I made. Widow Killer let me know about I can't believe that Perry killed General Zod. Oh, my God. That's right. That's a little clue for the celebrity death report. I'll start off the newscast when I go over to my news desk with a celebrity death report. I'll inform you about this person. I'll show you his picture and see how many of you recognize him from maybe some other movies other than General Zod from Superman. Hey, Mandy from Spurk Snake. King of All Diff checks in for positive vibes on a Monday. What up, P-Cunt? The king gets the love. I'm getting to the point of the chat now where I'm going to scan through and I'm just going to make sure I acknowledge any new friends that joined us, and then we're going to get on with more of the fun stuff. Like I said, I got more than 3 hours of stuff we can get to. What's up, y'all? I'll be in timeout soon. Now, you all get along. Like, if you guys want to come here and have lively debates about things that are going on the show, I welcome that. But the only thing I ask is that if you're having fun sparring with people from chat to chat, please don't bring your other chat drama into my chat. Is all I ask. If you're going to drama in the chat, make it about BF Live. Mandy says, King of All Diffs, and Jim. There's the Nightbot running Andrew's links right there. There's the Nightbot running all of our friends' links if you care to help them out. Those are all free stuff right there. Pecan emojis being utilized by our friend Mandy Diff. That indicates to me that Mandy Diff also supports me with a monthly membership. She's utilizing those pecan emojis. Let's get on with the show. There's Slurpee emojis. Mandy always acknowledges that BF Live the Vibe, we're different, we're refreshing. No politics, more than gossip, an actual show. You know, there's so many out here, these verse shows that I'm talking about this guy and we're talking about that guy, and then I'm talking about the guys that we're talking about that guy. If you're tired of that, welcome to BF Live the Vibe. Pecan shouts out FJM. Hoya to ya cunt. What's that? Oh, you cunt too. I like that. I don't know what it is with the lovely Wendy Pack from the Howard Stern Show, but she gets away with that word. It's just something, it's funny when it comes out of her mouth. It's not funny when it comes out of everybody's mouth, but I even have a video. I can show you that now. My boys aren't here. Death Report. It's not me, is it? No. No, you would have been a little past there. It's about the gentleman who played General Zod in the Superman movies. Thank you, Widow Killer, for that report. And this was a gentleman, he's lived so long, he's that guy he's like, hey, I've seen him in this movie. I've seen him in that movie. So I'm going to present him to you. We'll talk about the ones that they have highlighted, and then we'll see if, like me, you maybe recognize him from many other movies, because he was a man of quite some age. Pecan gets acknowledged from Space Chief 75. There's my membership link if you want to hook a brother up. Thank you very much. Betty Hoya from Pecan 420. Pecan Dude from Betty White. I like thick ass. There's Brandon Def checks in. The stream of consciousness. Brandon Def checks in. Hey, Mandy. Let's see. Sassa Food checks out. Brandon, I'm going to make sure we're just going to get any new people that I didn't acknowledge, like Annette, 23, 26. You checking in from New York City? I see coffee cups and I see New York and high, says Annette, 23, 26. Tikal says, my friend, Brutal Pain. BP. I was out of town. I did not make my Saturday episode of Replayables. This isn't the only fun I have, folks. For those of you maybe that are new here, on Thursdays and Saturdays, I do another show with my friend, the one and only Chris fucking Abel. That's right. And we sit around and we drink, smoke, laugh, and joke, and we spin a wheel and we watch fun videos, and we got to do whatever the wheel says. So, Brutal Pain. I didn't get any reports about Saturday, so I'm assuming, hoping that it went well and they're all still together. Deft gets acknowledged from Mandy Def. Annette says, I don't like Mondays. That's a song too. I don't like Mondays. Annette Hoya from Pecan 420. That's why we're here, Annette, because we don't do a case of the Mondays here. All right, I'm going to keep scanning through. Here she comes. I got the nerd checks in. I might have a little something new for you, Space Nerd. Always working hard. Not only me working hard, but this great chat family like Terry Neat.
A new task. A probe out into where no man has gone before. Space.
Nerd. Vibe. BF Live the Vibe. Terry Nee presented me with that like last night or this morning. I can't keep up, but he says it's a shorter, little cleaner version of that BF to welcome the lovely Space Nerd checking in for positive vibes. Hoya Matt. There's Brutal Pain. There's Annette saying Hurricane Aaron is on the way. Well, I'm going to rock you like a horoscope when we do our Monday horoscope reading, so hopefully... I haven't seen the latest path of that. Maybe we'll have to get into that when we do a little news, because I don't typically try to do news, sports, weather strictly, but when there's like headline or worthy stuff, maybe we can look into that. Annette checking in. Hope everybody's safe in the path of that. All right, I want to get through this and just looking for new people checking in. Question. To become part of this chat family, do you get adopted, or is there someone I got to do? Well, that remains to be seen. Let's say picture... Pixon will pre-approve you. How you doing, Betty White? You know, all you have to do is show up and be positive. That's all we require here, and want to make the most of your one good ride you get on this planet. That's all you have to do to be part of the chat family. Terry has always been a great friend. Thanks to BF as well. Thank you, brother. Another guy, we talk about, a rising tide lifts all ships. This guy is always out here enthusiastically retweeting the fact that BF Live The Vibe is on, and I appreciate it. Even on days where I might be busy prepping the show and I don't get around to promoting the show, I can always count on Space Chief 75 to be promoting this show. So we always look out for each other. So thank you very much. Hurricane Aaron is getting a little close to her comfort for North Carolina. I hope she stays on that northerly term. Well, Mandy, I believe you're a regular here on BF Live The Vibe, and about just 1 week ago, I reported on that when it was a tropical depression, and they said it was going to be the first storm, and then they said the good part of it could be that if it forms and gets its strength built up soon enough, that it will make that hard turn. So I'm hoping that is the case for everybody on the coast of the United States, including Mandy Diff. Jake Hudson checks in. Is at Jake Hudson. He didn't. Oh, where? I do this sometime. Let me see. There you go.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Jake Hudson checks in.
By the way,
I want to get on with the show, so I want to say, you are already in, Betty White Kick-Ass. Nothing else you have to do. Oh, you need to use Hoya as a greeting. Well, let's teach them that. Let's give her a Hoya. We already get a good no, but let's say Hoya. It's like a greeting hello to our newest friend, Betty White's kick-ass or thick-ass. Let's go.
I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
All right, there's your Hoya. That's just our general greeting. We love having fun and positive vibes. Hoya to you, Betty White, thick ass, kick ass. Sexy news, awesome, says our friend Space Nerd. Hoya, there's Space Chiefs out now, Jake. Betty White says, Hoya to Space Nerd. There you go. Who's getting to have it? There you go. And Betty White, you've already noticed we have a great chat family here. You know, I just kind of set the table. If I didn't have a great chat family in here, like greeting on you and you guys being who you are, this wouldn't be anything near what it's supposed to be or what it is. I want to thank Mandy Diff for single-handedly knocking out my modest goal of $3.17 today. But don't let that discourage you if you choose to help BF Live the Vibe continue to be a show here. Thank you, Mandy Diff. You're awesome, girl. All right, let's check in. Wait a minute. I got something for that.
We got a cock in here.
Hi, there you go. Mandy Diff. All right, I want to shout out. Here's another one checking in. Like OG Mumbling Nick. There's another one checking in. Let's get on in here. Now, let's see. The Cape Fear River in Wilmington, North Carolina, sucked up Hurricane Fran, and she slammed it. Hard. She likes it hard like a cack. Not the only bad one, but the most memorable one for me. Mandy Diff is saying, well, I hope you guys avoid all of that. Brandon, good show today, says our friend Mumbling Nick. Pal, hoping I can book you for later in this week. These guys are doing business in the chat, making friends and hanging out, and that's what this is about. So with that, we are at the bottom of the opening chat family check-in. I say that we get on with the show.
Amongst yourselves.
They're already doing it, and they're talking with me. That's what BF Live the Vibe is. 3 hours of positive vibes, hanging out, and having a party in the chat. Brandon Deffs, let's see, Blummel. Oh, first I want to show you this. I think Wendy came up in the chat, in the opening chat family check-in, and how the lovely, crazy, talented Wendy. Everybody loves them some Wendy. Or at least I had Wendy on the brain. And once again, this comment revolves around the talented people in this community. Because then, Bobby Nick one night was, well, not one night, but basically every night is sitting up doing the late night with Bobby Nick. And Wendy is just off the dome. Yes, the one and only Wendy Pack from the Howard Stern Show. You know, you can say a lot what you want to about Wendy, but around here we say this.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. She's always a Wendy to us. So the other night, a few nights ago, Thursday, Friday, who knows anymore in this crazy podcast world, she was sitting around on one of the many shows with Bobby Nick, our prolific podcasting friend. And she all just off the dome, like she had some drool coming out of her mouth, and she said it was like her cum, and she had... it's Wendy, okay? She had this thickness, Wendy thickness. So Oscar Electric instantly turned it into like a kind of piece of horror art, and we kind of showed that. I got so much stuff, but the whole point of this is that, once again, the creativity moves down the line, because then after Oscar Electric made that just a still photo of kind of capturing this moment of horror of Wendy pulling this cum out of her mouth, the one and only talented Terry Nee did this with that picture. And granted, more horrifying. There we go. That's supposed to be that's Wendy when she pulled the cum out of her mouth. And then come check Wendy Pack. So off of so Bobby, Nick, and Wendy hanging out. Oscar Electric made this like still piece of art capturing the scene of everyone drawn in their boxes. Then Terry Nee takes it to another level and did this.
Come check this.
I'm suing, says Oscar Electric. You liked it on social media. I saw you, Oscar Electric. See? That's his intellectual property. I'm suing you. You're doing something nefarious with Oscar Electric's intellectual property. Don Jr. Oh, where's Don? Where Don checked in? Where are you at? I'm suing, says Oscar Electric. Wendy makes bubbles when she thinks about Bobby. Wendy, that's why, see, you guys are awesome. They take it to different levels, right? I can't even keep up with the levels you guys take this shit, but we all remember Wendy from back in the day on the Howard Stern show when she would pop off on some shit like this.
I'm going nuts, baby! I feel like eating myself up. I feel like cutting my legs off. Just let my dog rape me. I want the power!
This is what happens when, I hope Wendy doesn't get a hurricane, because this is her calling the power company when her power's off for like over a week. I don't know if it was Hugo or what one. She's lived down in Florida.
I'm going nuts! I'm hungry. Come on, somebody rape me fast and damn it! Yeah! Yeah, Richard, this is Freddy Krueger again. I'm gonna come and get you in your sleep, Richard. I'm gonna get you as a pig.
I'm gonna.
The one and only, and it's so heady, funny, yet honorable in a weird way to say after all of those years. I mean, I listened to Wendy Pack on the Howard Stern show literally for decades. So to be friendly enough to be with Wendy Pack from that show, and to be friendly enough with her that, you know, she comes on my show, I can go on her shows, we send each other links and we know each other, is still not lost on me. I love this community, and I can't believe where we've all turned to. I think Don checked in.
Hey now.
Don checks in. Where are you at, Don? Hey, Richard, this is your dad. I just want to let you know. Yeah, Kathy died. We had to put him up and eat him. We cooked him up. He was good. 100% BS. Says Don checking in. All right, let's go. Let's have some fun. How you doing? Don checks in for the vibe. So there you go. That was the fun Wendy video. We play a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Hey now.
But I do have some fun news stories for you folks, because you know where it's out there in the kind of the regular world, as I call it, the mainstream media. They're all about doom and gloom and divisiveness. But I know that in between all of that doom and gloom and divisiveness, there's actually good human beings out there that do good things, or at least cool, funny, different things. Let's say other news. Why don't we do that right now? Let's have some fun. This is the BF Live, the vibe, other news. Hell yeah, I gotta change my desk. I gotta change my element. I'm supposed to go over to my desk. I'm over here like doing production and enjoying my damn self, doing my desk dances, and now I'm over here in the BF Live, the Vibe spacious news studios to bring you a few news stories. Oh, I see my signal going low, but you say sometimes you guys can't tell, but we'll play this a little bit. Just in case my signal is underwater. Now I need to bring the people the news. All right. Let's get into it. Since Mandy Diff is talking about the weather, I do have like a weather map here, the current weather, but I don't know what they're saying about. I have the classic maps up here. Let's see if we can find some radar, current wind and gust, U.S. satellite map. All right, let's look for this and see if we can see how. Whoa, there it is right there. Okay, let's look at this a little bit. Let's go to the little weather channel. Since Mandy brought it up, and some of you are in the kind of the eye of the storm, if you will, or in the path, let's say, is a more accurate way of saying it. Let me show you. Actually, let me show you this right here. Trying to change. Son of a bitch. It's doing pop-ups on me, folks. Hang on a second. Come on. I want no pop-ups. I want no extra weather channel. I just want the weather shit. Oh, Aaron, here we go. I'll hit Aaron. Well, I think I heard a little boop backstage. All right, we're going to check out Here we go.
The 11 o'clock advisory, and oftentimes they come in a little bit earlier than the time, so 10:50 or so here for us, but up a bit. 140 now, was 130.
So you see it right now. Wow, it did come in a lot further east than I thought it was going to, closer to the coast. You know, earlier they were saying they thought this was going to take a turn like middle of the coast or whatever. I thought mid-coast it was going to turn, but you see now it's down in the Dominican Republic and Turks and Caicos, all those little, there's islands down there and kind of on the tip of Florida heading towards Cuba. Let's watch this little report here. And then I got somebody backstage, I believe. Let me see, I think. Yep, you fell below the line, but I heard you. Come on, here we go.
30 up to 140, still a Category 4 hurricane, moving to the west-northwest now at about 10 miles per hour.
Currently 140 miles an hour at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 140 miles per hour. It's a Category 4, which is fairly high. Let's see.
And the hurricane hunters,
it's moving 10 miles per hour.
Flying through the storm, crisscrossing, getting that data, and they did find that the pressure dropped pretty significantly from the 5 a.m. advisory through 8 o'clock. So we were thinking this might happen.
Oh, there you go.
So there will be
There's
some
the trajectory, Mandy.
in strength as we go through the next few hours, but notice it kind of maintains that major hurricane status all the way through Wednesday before it starts to drop off Thursday, but still a massive storm.
Yeah, this thing has been
You're definitely going to get storm
size
surge
here
there,
over the last
Mandy.
Several days. So again, with this very powerful
high
system,
waves,
a lot
rip.
of
They're saying
strong
on the
wind
East Coast.
associated with it. All that
So
is
yeah,
working over
don't
those.
anybody think that just because it's not going to hit the coast, that if you're going to a coastal area that you will not be affected by this, because this will pull the water back and forth. You will
ocean
get
waters, and that just helps to really kick up the waves. And so that's going to be the main impact that we face here along the east coast of the U.S.
Be safe, Mandy Diff, and anybody in the path of that. So there you go. We're starting off the Vibe news with actually some weather, some actual weather right there. So I hope anyone that's in the path or potentially in the path of that is safe in that. And kind of if they tell you to go, go. But let's do now. I like to say that, death reminds us to live. And like I said at the beginning of the show, we only get one ride on this planet. So let's make it the best one we can. But death reminds us to live, and that's why we do a celebrity death report. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to do this report about this actor. I want to see how many of you recognize him. Maybe we'll talk about him at length, and maybe you recognize him from some things that aren't mentioned in the article. Start off the top of the news with a celebrity death report.
BF Live, Celebrity Death, Marriage, and Divorce Report. They lived, they loved, they died.
All right, but before I kick off this entire newscast, which will end with a sexy bikini report, I got a bro backstage. And just like I told you folks, yes, he was up very late at night, but you also know that as soon as he gets up and he's ready, ripping and ready to go, he joins me on BF Live The Vibe, and I'm so glad that he does. He's my friend. He is yours. He is from the Great White North. He is joining us now. He is Bobby Nick. Come on, Bobby.
Hey,
I got
deep butt cheeks.
Deep butt cheeks on a Monday. Bobby Nick, you join me right at the beginning of the news, and I'm starting off with a celebrity death report. How you doing?
Damn. Buddy? Not too bad. Not too bad. Had a nice little sleep. Had a lot of fun podcasting yesterday.
Yeah, I say. Yeah, you did. I saw Wendy going, Bobby, I think you need to end this. And you go, yeah, Wendy, I think you're right, Wendy. And so I'm like pumping around, like turn it off, turn my gear, do this, that, and the other. And I go to look at my screen again, and Bobby Nick's on another show. Like less than 10 minutes later, he was on another show. So I just checked out, went to bed, but I had a feeling.
I think I've done like 8 podcasts yesterday because I've done like
8.
One with Jake.
Holy shit.
And then I did like 3 with Jake yesterday in total. And then I did Brandon Deff's podcast.
Did you?
It was crazy.
Awesome. Well, we got Widow Killer checking in. I see Terry Neat checking in. Mandy checked in. We're talking about hitting it and quitting it. We got new friends here. A new friend goes by the screen name of Betty White Kicks Ass. I called her Betty White's thick ass. Already having fun and positive vibes with the new chat family. Bobby Nick and his little friends kept me up, said our friend Terry freaking Nee. Hope Bobby Nick is not offended by my newest cartoon. Really? I do have it. Have you seen his newest cartoon yet to be offended or not, Bobby Nick?
I have not, no.
Well, dare I say, unless you catch him on a particularly sensitive day, Bobby Nick's, he's built up a little skin to all this at this point, I think, at least with cartoons and stuff. Let me see. Someone called the cops on Tammy yesterday, says the one and only Angry Iguana. Checking in on the chat. Oh, boy. Well, we'll have to see if Scott gets a chance to join us later. He's got some personal stuff to take care of in the morning before the show starts and stuff like that. Everybody's excited to say, fuck yeah, Bobby Nick says, Sassafoo Sass checks in.
Sass, butt cheeks.
But Bob, I'll be curious about your opinion about this guy that I'm starting off with a celebrity death report on because, we'll talk about a couple things because, he's one of those guys, I believe, Bobby Nick. He's most known for, at least he's credited for, playing General Zod in the Superman movies, the OG Christopher Reeve ones. But he's that kind of guy, Bobby Nick, dare I say, that if you see him, you're going to be like, man, I saw him in this, and I think I've seen him in this. He's that guy. We're going to do that in a minute. We've already featured some of the great talents in this chat family community already. And we were talking about the other night when you were sitting around last week with Wendy, and she said had the thickness out of her mouth, and it's talked about my mouth cum or something like that.
Yeah,
right? He was calling it.
Yeah.
And Bobby Nick was doing that little thing, and I knew he wasn't playing. I didn't look at the screen. Well, right away, the twisted and talented Oscar Electric made that little screen cap of all you in the boxes in that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, I don't know if you've seen this yet, Bobby Nick, but then I love this chat family, and hopefully Oscar Electric don't truly sue Terry Nee over this, but Terry Nee took what Oscar Electric did after what you did and even did something more fun with that. Look at this, Bobby Nick, if you hadn't seen this.
Check this.
You put the heart of music. Bobby Nick was in fact retching, Sass, and that's why I would not look at my screen, because I know Bobby Nick, he doesn't do those, like, he's not doing them, hey, I'm doing the show and I'm going to make a noise to be funny guy. He was doing that because he was truly sick.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Wendy making Bobby Bubbles, they were talking about. Bobby Bubbles. Creepy says, Sass, yes, accurately, she says so. Bobby Nick was in fact retching. Wow. It's about 150 degrees in Missouri, says Electric Gino. Electric Gino checks in for positive vibes. If Tammy is still in that car, I'd call the cops too. Well, right, I guess she's going to be even more of an obvious target if a car sits in the heat and then you're pondering, if you see somebody in it, but she does run it all the time and runs like the air conditioning. And in the winter, Electric Head Gino, I don't know how versed you are in the Tammy world. I am because of Scott and his whole, I blame you, Scott. We know that she has that sliding window on the back of her truck and she has a heater outside and she just puts a tube in so she doesn't have to like run the truck all the time and waste gas for heat and have the carbon monoxide and all that shit. So we'll have to see next time we check in with Tammy. That's why we do Scott's Hold, because there's always something going on with these funny people. Bobby Nick was retching. Creepy. All right, now we're going to get on with it. Mark McClure, who played Jimmy Olsen in the Superman movie, has put a restraining order on Perry following him. That should be, he should. Following him since he murdered Gene Hackman and Terrence Stamp. That's right. He's taken
Shut the fuck up.
He's taken out all of these guys from the Superman movie. Well, now that we've gotten Bobby Nick in here and we're kind of reframing the show, I want to get on to the first story. Let's see. No. Hey, Oscar from Sass checking in. Wendy has been hornier than a teenage boy lately. I heard somebody asking, well, while she has calmed down a little bit, she's still very Wendy, isn't she?
Yeah, and then yesterday she was being real sassy.
Oh, yeah. Well, you put a clip in our thing about sassy Wendy, didn't you?
Actually, I think that was Stormy who did that.
Stormy did that. Okay, I knew somebody put, once again, you know how it goes, Bobby Nick, all of these fucking message chats and all we have. It's amazing I can keep even one that close to being straight. But let's see, Stormy put that in, right? Oh, yeah, Sassy Wendy. It's right here. It's in no filter. I will play it for everybody right here because, I noticed that too, Bobby Nick, that she's got, once again, you cannot write for Wendy. You cannot say, Wendy, do this or say this because it'll be funny. Wendy is off the dome. That's why she's so damn funny. And that's why I said it. So this was just Wendy hanging out with you the other night and just turned into sassy Wendy all of a sudden on you, didn't she?
Yeah.
On the chat. Let's see who went to. Or on one of the co-stream. What guys with you?
893 tomorrow.
Wendy, Bobby hit 900.
I heard that I'm not deaf.
I'm not
Oh,
deaf.
hey. You little diva.
You little...
Yeah.
Why she gets away with that? It's
Now I just need 100 more. Come on, guys, get me there. 100 more, and I can fucking 893.
One more time, sassy Wendy. Dan, you little cunt. I have no idea why it's so much funny out of her mouth.
893 tomorrow. Right.
I know, bro.
So,
Wendy, Bobby hit 900.
I heard, Matt, I'm not deaf.
Okay.
Matt's a nice guy, man. Why would he come on here like that?
You little.
Yeah.
now I just need 100 more. Come on, guys, get me there. 100 more, and I can fucking
add to Wendy back. I know, Matt. I ain't deaf. You cunt. Unbelievable. The one there's no two like her, and we wouldn't have it any other way. The one only Wendy Pack. Now let's do. We're gonna reframe the show. We get so sidetracked having fun talking about other shit. I wouldn't have it any other way. But now let's do what we do. This is the Celebrity Death Report. Starting off the BF Live, the Vibe, other news. Terrence Stamp, known for playing Zod in Superman, dies at 87. Though the role won him no major awards, the Superman film franchise from the 70s and 80s was a defining mark in Stamp's storied acting career, Bobby Nick. So I looked at him and I'm like, I know him more than just Superman.
Yeah.
Terrence Stamp, the English actor, best known for playing a Kryptonian supervillain in Superman and Superman 2, has died at the age of 87, according to his family. Stamp died Sunday morning. His family said in a statement to Reuters news agency, but they did not specify how. Stamp played opposite Christopher Reeve in the 1978 film and its 80 sequel, taking on the iconic character of General Zod. The role came more than a decade after Stamp was nominated for an Oscar for his supporting role in the film Billy Budd. I'm not familiar with that at all. Though it won him no awards, Superman franchise was a defining mark in Stamp's acting career. Stamp played Zod, the Kryptonian military leader who escaped the Phantom Zone in both films as a foil to Reeve's Superman. There he is right there. Look at that. Oh, wow, Bob. He's so much younger there, bro.
Holy shit.
Look at that. He remember he had that dark hair and had like the blue in it or whatever, the blue in his freaking, wow, look at how much younger he was there. Years later, Stamp would play another Kryptonian on the show, Smallville. He voiced the hero's father, Jor-El, on the show, which chronicled the life of a young Clark Kent before he chose to don the Crimson Cape in Metropolis. Stamp, the first of 5 children born to a tugboat stoker, grew up in London as bombs fell during World War II. He later worked at an advertising agency in the city before winning a scholarship to attend drama school. He kicked off his acting career with an Academy Award nomination for his film debut, Billy Budd, in 1962, before going on to receive a Golden Globe for a New Star of the Year in 63. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to his IMDb, Bobby Nick, because I think that'll be a faster way to do this. Now, there is one that, so I'm going to pull up his IMDb right now. We can see, I saw Terry Nee say that Terrence Stamp was in over 50 movies. That's no lie there, Terry Nee. He was. Let's see. Oh, Kneel Before Zod. Thoughts. There you go. Keep manning everybody in those affected areas in your thoughts. He was very famous in England, says our friend Sass. Well, let's check these out. Now that's how he looks. This is what I kind of more recognize him as, Bobby Nick. This look, the gray.
Right. Yeah.
Right. He was born in London. He spent his early years watching American films. But let's see. I want to go. Wow, look at that. Wow, look how young he was. That's him and Zod. Wow. Wow. It says. Now, let's see. These are some of the newer movies. I like to go back. There's Superman 2. Let me go to where it says more. Known for. Here we go. Here's his whole list of movies right here. See all. I want to start at Superman and work my way up, Bobby, because since that's when we all got to kind of first know him or know of him, I figured I'd go back to that. So, obviously, he was in Superman right there. Then he was in Superman 2 in 1980. Let's see if there's any other famous ones in here that I pointed out, Bob. There's Legal Eagles, not really. There were a couple other ones in here. Wall Street with Michael Douglas. He was in Wall Street, Bobby Nick, 1987. He was in Young Guns with John Bon Jovi and all the like. So he was in Young Guns. That's another not talked about film that he was in. How about there's something you can see. There's so many the other ones that I don't even really recognize, Bobby Nick. Maybe some other people know him from some of these other movies. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Bobby Nick. He played Chancellor Valorum. So that's another, when I looked at him and I saw him with that beard, and I'm like, I recognize this face. He's definitely that guy. He played these kind of, as you can see, from the 60s up until his death, he played multiple decades, played in all types of movies, all types of kind of roles, was never really that guy, but he was always that guy that was kind of just did like every movie. You can see they go on and on. Halo 3 most recently, based on the video game he was in. He was in Get Smart in 2008 when they tried to make Get Smart a kind of motion picture kind of thing. So you can see just Smallville, the TV show. So on and on. So that's who we're talking about right now. If you kind of Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, another kind of famous movie. So there you go. We'll finish up this celebrity death report, letting you know that actor Terrence Stamp is dead at the age of 87. Now on with the regular news. That was the celebrity death report.
BF Live, Celebrity Death, Marriage, and Divorce Report. They lived, they loved, they died.
Widow Killer says, thank you, Widow Killer. Widow Killer was up in the Discord. Discord, you say? Discord is like one of our messaging services, messaging services that we have. It's absolutely free. It's like a messaging community. You'll see a link running for it right here in my chat throughout the whole show. It says 100 Proof Podcasting on Discord. When you go over there, there's a BF Live section, and that's where my friend Widow Killer forwarded me that story to let me know that dead at the age of 87 was Terrence Stamp. It's a celebrity death report. Thank you, Widow Killer. He says, I remember reading somewhere they filmed Superman and Superman 2 back to back. That may very well be the case, Widow Killer. I think Hollywood started getting smarter in those days, like with Star Wars and all, Bobby Nick, where they're like, you know what? We know these movies kill now. Don't wrap up. Let's just make the sequel while we're kind of in the middle of initial filming, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You started like noticing that trend for a while. Like some movies were so badass, you're like, oh, there's going to be a sequel, so just keep on it going. And so I imagine that was definitely probably one of them back in the day. Cool information. Wait a minute, no way, Terry. I remember reading somewhere back to back. I heard Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Terry, if you had let me know earlier, I could have made that my celebrity death report. That would have been a lot more important than Terrence Stamp. I want Nick's avocado float. I'll use it to float out sharks. No bait. She wants to like use it to put bait in it and have sharks go out and freaking eat your thing, Bobby Nick.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Now Bobby Nick, he looked out in the mail all the time. You know, people were threatening to send him avocado shit all the time. And then they actually did it one day. Bobby Nick was looking out in the mail all the time. They said, you guys better not be sending me crates of avocado or avocado shit. Nothing avocado. And then he did get a float one day. But Bobby Nick was always singing, looking out for that stuff. The tale of Bobby Nick.
As the guacamole flies on a cold and gray Alberta morning, the mailman just brought Bobby something avocado. And Bobby Nick cries.
Sass asks, does Bobby Nick have something against the mighty avocado? Well, mighty avocado lets me know that you're pro avocado, number one. Number two, Sass, maybe you weren't part of the vibe when just innocently on a national day calendar check-in, it was avocado day. And of course, like everything we do, we discuss these things at length. Now, I'm famously picky. I don't eat any vegetables. And Bobby Nick, we were talking about who would eat these and who does not. Scott almost attempted to bite one he was going to bite one like a pear or an orange or something whole, and he was advised highly not to do that. They said you only want the center out of that. But then it turned into Bobby's like, I don't like avocados. Like I don't want any parts of it. I just don't like them. And so it turned into like a thing, like things tend to do right here, Sass, on these shows. And then people started threatening to send him cases of avocado because he was like, I'm up in Canada. What I know from avocados, they're like, we're going to ship you avocados, Bobby Nick. They're great, fresh ones. We're going to send them to you. Hats, floats. What did you want? You got a hat and a float, didn't you? Get Bobby Nick?
I did. I got a hat and a float. Yeah, and
got a hat and a float. So it was just kind of a little kind of a spontaneous bit once again from this great chat family, Terry and the like. I will do it. That's a riot, LOL. Yeah, so it just turned into, it's just his just natural kind of disdain for avocado, or just didn't want any. So that's why we're talking about that. But Bob, I was talking about I was talking about earlier. We're getting ready to do the regular stories on the Vibe Other News. I see my signal indicators down on 1. Am I okay?
You dipped underwater for like 2 seconds, but you're fine now.
Signals underwater, Bobby from Roboto.
Space Chief 75 checks in. He checked in earlier, but he says, I can't always check it live, but In the Lounge is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
And see, we're just starting off the week of fun. And Space Chief is already looking forward to Wednesdays and Saturdays. I think last Wednesday you couldn't do it, so maybe we'll have to see if Wednesday brings In the Lounge with Bobby Nick.
Oh, it will.
For our new friends, Bob, I'm so blessed to have my subscribers have really been going up a lot lately due to a lot of people in the chat family being so generous and sending out memberships and all. So a lot of people are just kind of getting familiar with all the stuff that we do here on the Vibe. So for the new people here, Bobby Nick has a show on Wednesdays and Saturdays called In the Lounge. And what he does is he likes to bring back the days of MTV. If you go over it and just chat for $1 a song, he'll play whatever song you want to play over there on the Rumble channel. And if you buy a membership, which is normally $5, he will give you 6 requests for that purchased membership, and they last forever. As long as Bobby Nick lives, it's the Bobby Nick lifetime guarantee. As long as the chain smoker lives, guarantee is what you get over there in the lounge. So that's Bobby's show that we have to look forward to this coming up Wednesday. But this is the Monday fun we're having right now, and we'll keep telling you about that as the week and time goes on. Bob, I was just starting to talk about my wallet, buddy. You know, a couple years ago, I changed over to this, you know, these hard, fancy wallets. You see everybody in there pushing their cards out of them and everything, Bob. I finally changed over to one of them, buddy. The hard wallet rather than the leather pocket wallet.
A hard wallet? What?
Yeah, it's like so basically the card, it's like a sandwich, bro. It's like all the cards and your money fit in between the clip.
Shit.
Just clip it together, right? So it's a couple credit cards, I stuff my ones in there or whatever, and then it's not as bulky in your pocket, right? It's like the new hip wallet. They got ones that you can push button and all your shit like comes flying out of them and stuff like that. Like that ain't that hip and they're cool, but it's something different. But have you are you a wallet guy, number one? Are you a chain wallet guy? What's your wallet situation?
I have like just a regular wallet. I have a regular wallet. I have a change purse too. So
Yeah, that's right. You talked about your change purse because you guys got loonies and toonies and all that up there in Canada. So one of those kind of split open little change purses is a kind of a requirement for the kind of money that you have. Bob, but there is no more sickening feeling in me other than maybe losing my cell phone is that losing my wallet. When I lose my wallet and I think I've lost every bit of my ID, Bob, I just get this instant sinking, sick, right? You know, you relate to that?
I can.
And luckily, I'm the kind of guy that I don't typically like lose stuff forever. I'm more like that. I forget where I left it last. I'm more of a misplacer than an actual losing things guy. But I'm going to tell you a story. I can't imagine what this guy thought about this wallet, Bobby Nick. I got a story about a wallet that traveled 150,000 miles over an 11-year period and was eventually found its owner again in a very interesting way. Do any of you know anyone at the George Costanza, with a George Costanza wallet from Seinfeld? No, I don't, Bezos. Is the king of the money yet up there, or is it still, are you talking about that? You guys are talking about some other stuff in here. Put an AirTag in your wallet like I do. Captain Deadpool. Whoa, that's a more you know. From Captain Deadpool. Well, yes, Deadpool. Now I see other companies getting into the business of selling those tags, saying, right, just tag all your personal items. And I think we've done a story in the past that they're like everything else, there can be good and bad. Some people use them for nefarious reasons and they put them on girls' cars and stuff so they can figure out what they, but I digress. I don't give nobody no ideas. Captain Deadpool checks in for some positive vibes. Bobby Nick, this story about this wallet, a retired Ford worker's wallet was returned after 11 years stuck in an engine. Roberto Nick.
Oh, what the fuck?
Let's see. And I actually have pictures of the wallet and the gentleman getting the wallet back. It says Richard Guilford remembers Christmas 2014 like it was yesterday because it was when the now retired Ford Motor Company assembly plant worker lost his wallet on the job and grew to accept that he wouldn't see it again. And he didn't, at least not for more than a decade. He hadn't seen his wallet. Guilford, who is now 56, lived in Petersburg, Michigan. He retired from Ford in January of 2024. But in 2014, he was repairing the electrical systems of vehicles at Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne, when he, unbeknownst to him, his wallet slipped out of his shirt pocket, landing amid the transition system of a red 2015 Ford Edge SUV. Bobby Nick is where it is. Now, but check this out. There's the guy right there getting it back. I'll read more of the story, and then I think I have some other stuff I can show you. The wallet would end up going on a 151,000-mile odyssey across multiple states before a mechanic in Minnesota just last month discovered that the obstacle that was preventing him from putting the vehicle's airbox back in place was a man's leather wallet. The assemblyman said he messaged me in the middle of the night with a picture and said, "Did you lose your wallet 11 years ago? LOL. I found it. It's in an engine of a car. It's in Minnesota," Guilford told the Detroit Free Press, part of the USA Today network. For 11 years, that wallet was riding on top of the transmission, held in there by its airbox, Bobby Nick. That's all it was.
What the hell? Eh?
So it says, Guilford said that he worked 35 years for Ford in various plants, and his expertise centered on electrical. In 2014, his job was to make heavy electric repairs in the garage area at Michigan Assembly in Wayne. That means as cars came off the assembly line, if there was a minced wire in the floor harness, it came to me for repair, if the lights didn't work or whatever it was. So what had happened was, Bobby Nick, is that he was doing this electrical work. There's his wallet right there that was found 11 years later. That's the actual wallet that was found in the transmission. It was literally built into this car that he fixed the wiring on. He said he wore loose clothing that day and had his wallet in his shirt pocket. And when he was doing this wiring work, Bob, that must be when it slipped in. And then they put this airbox on top of it. They said him and his co-workers looked at all the cars he worked on all that night and couldn't find it anywhere.
Damn.
One day, Guilford did something unusual and put his wallet in his shirt pocket because his pants did not have pockets. That would prove to be a mistake. He says he was working on the floor harness underneath a particular car. So yeah, he was went from car to car. He had $15 cash in it, but he had $250 of Cabela's gift cards that he was supposedly going to buy his kids presents with. And they contacted Cabela's and they said that the cards are actually still good, Bobby Nick. So he got all this returned to him. The gentleman reached out to him. He returned it to him. There's what he looked like when he was a worker right there. There's his plant ID, but it had money in it. It had gift cards. And so this guy, after 150,000 miles, he found it stuffed in this car right here and returned it to him after 11 years and 150,000 miles. I've lost a wallet, Bobby Nick. Maybe two in my time, but I don't think I've ever traveled 150,000 miles away.
No.
Gimme Beso says it landed on the transmission of a Ford, so it was only lost for 10 years or 100,000 miles. There you go, exactly. And then you find it when the car gets junked. Let me see. Don't start tearing. It landed on the engine transmission, so at least it wasn't lost forever. Terry Nee says, "Who's the governor of Michigan?" Don't start that on this show, Terry Nee. You know, that's like saying Niagara Falls over there and we're playables, Chris. I don't know if Bobby Nick. I don't know if you know the inside joke of that one, do you?
I don't.
Oh. Terry Nee knows because he watches Replayables, where it's Chris Abels and Mr. and Mrs. Abels. And one couple weeks ago, Chris made the tragic mistake. Somehow they got to talking about governor of Michigan, some people might think she's an attractive woman. She's attractive enough to be in that category. And somehow a comparison come where homie said, "Well, I'm sexier than her or more attractive than her," and Chris went, "And
yeah, the big fight.
Yeah, and she laid into him. So it was about who's the governor of Michigan, Governor Whitmer.
Yeah.
And Terry Nee is constantly showing up, dropping in Governor Whitmer references and everything, and being Terry Nee. Let me see. All right, homie has better tits than Governor Whitmer. There you go. Oh my God. Yeah, Don sees how homie gets on there saying what's attractive and grumpy. Homie is way better. Says see Don, Space Nerd, and certain ones know. So don't be bringing that Governor Whitmer stuff here. We like the one and only homie. Don't play that. All right. We did the story about the well-traveled wallet. I've never lost one that went 151,000 miles without me. Now, Bob, dare I say that I don't know if we've ever talked about traditions up in Canada as far as the tooth fairy goes. What was your experience with a tooth fairy when you lost a tooth when a kid, Bobby Nick, when you were a child?
Well,
situation?
Yeah, for sure. Sure,
Yeah, the Canadian tooth. You lost your tooth, eh? He's yeah. He's a loony and a toonie. So what did you get? What was your tradition? What did you do, Bob? Well, I want to know what Bobby Nick did when he would lost his tooth.
You put the tooth under your pillow, and you wake up the next morning, and you got money.
Hell yeah, that's an international thing. Even my Canadian friend knows that. Well, Bobby Nick, now I don't know what do you remember getting when you were younger? I can remember getting like 50 cents, maybe $1 on one or something, but really not much more than that. What do you remember? You have like memory like a silver coin, any special like Wild Tooth Fairy amount of money?
I don't know. I think like $5 bill was like the most. I don't know. I think
interesting. Well, they're talking about these budgets, Bob, and how literally they track this tooth fairy kind of giving along with the economy. There's like comparables. I'm going to read about how the tooth fairy sticks to a budget. Kids are finding less under their pillows for lost teeth now, Bobby Nick. So the tooth fairy is getting cheap on them. The economy is hitting our friend the tooth fairy. Times are tough, even for kids. What they're receiving for each tooth they're putting under their pillows has fallen 14% this year. From an average of $5.01 to this year, from $5.84 last year, Bobby Nick, marking one of the most significant year-over-year declines in tooth fairy giving since this organization called Delta Dental began its annual original tooth fairy poll 27 years, Bob. So this is a 27-year trend that was raising every year, but now this is the first most significant dip in that for tooth fairy giving. The tooth fairy is also scaling back on additional gifts. Only 1 in 6, or 16% of children receive both money and something else. That 16% is down from 21%, Bob. Now, I sure as hell never received nothing else for getting a tooth. For losing a tooth.
No.
I don't know what this something else is. You got like money and get out of my face kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kids may not be happy about the drop in how much money they're getting for each tooth, but their parents still believe the tooth fairy helps educate their children about the value of money. The tooth fairy's thriftiness these days shows even the tooth fairy sticks to a budget, Delta Dental said in a release. Besides, kids should take heart that the trend for the value of the tooth has generally been up, Bob. Here's the numbers since they've been tracking this for 27 years. Since the poll's inception in 1998, the average cash gift left by the tooth fairy has increased 285%, from an average of $1.30 in 1998 to $5.01 currently for a tooth, Bob. So they're tracking this stuff like stocks. The first lost tooth is especially the most valuable. The survey of 1,000 parents of children ages 6 to 12 in January showed 1/3 of the parents say the tooth fairy spends more on their child's first tooth. However, the tooth fairies also cut back here, with the average value dropping 12% from $6.24 to this year, from $7.09 over the last year. So there you go, Bob. Even the budget times are hard, even for the tooth fairy. I don't know where all these kids. Bumble Nick says, I got $1 a tooth. My youngest kid got $5 a tooth. Inflation. So mumbling Nick, you were responsible for some of this little bump here that I kind of reported about. 285%. Man, that's like better than some stocks you can buy, Bobby Nick. That investment.
I mean, I was getting $5 back in the 80s though, so I don't know. Maybe my parents were just more generous.
I got a one or something. It's a generate, and that's why I'm interesting. Look, Space Nerd says in the chat, Gen X always gets the shaft. Yeah, like if we had clothes on us and we had a house, what are you complaining about? I ain't giving you money for no damn tooth. There you go there. So I thought that was kind of interesting that just kind of, and now they do all kind of crazy gifts with the promposals. There's all kind of different levels of gift that we were never involved in back in the day. But that's about the Tooth Fairy budget for the first time in 27 or 28 years. Even the Tooth Fairy is like sticking to a budget and lowering the amount the average kid was going to get for the Tooth Fairy. All right, Bob. Well, we like having fun here, and we like talking about attractive women, attractive things, and sexy women. This next story is about OnlyFans. The millionaire Sophie Rain, Bobby Nick. This girl, we did reports on her before, right? She's like a multi-millionaire from these simps on OnlyFans. You were familiar with this girl from what we've done?
Yeah.
Right? Not not bad on the eyes. She's made millions of dollars. Some people disputed it, Bobby Nick, but she did something interesting with her $1 million. Now, you can say that this might be like a multiply beneficial kind of thing that she does because she gives money to charity, but she's going to get a little shine on it in return. I don't see nothing wrong with that, but it's really amazing, Bobby Nick, how much money she has and how nonchalantly she gave this amount of money away. OnlyFans millionaire Sophie Rain drops $1 million on Mr. Beast, another creator, Bobby Nick, you're familiar with. He has a charity called Team Water, his Team Water charity. But she immediately asked for a Feastables vending machine. That's kind of what his kind of line of snacks or whatever. Let's read how she gave $1 million like that, buddy. Damn. And we can look at some finance. She ain't hard to look at neither.
Whew.
I ain't mad at it. She got them birthing hips. Got them birthing hips right there. 20-year-old. See, it's legal, so it's legal. She's way legal, guys. It's not creepy to talk about her. 20-year-old OnlyFans millionaire Sophie Rain has, well, officially made the leap from selling online content to attempting to purchase sainthood. On Mr. Beast Team Water charity livestream, which was co-hosted by both Aiden Ross and XQC, Rain called in and nonchalantly donated $1 million. Just calling in on his Mr. Beast's live podcast, Bob, when he was raising money for Team Water. Mr. Beast, whose live stream goal had been $12 million, actually dropped his jaw on camera and asked her, "Are you sure?" Rain, unfazed, like, Bob, how would it be to just be like nonchalant and be unfazed about, yeah, I just said I'm giving you $1 million, right? Like,
yeah,
amazing.
right.
Rain, unfazed, responded, "I'm 100% sure about the $1 million. This is an awesome cause. I appreciate everything you do, and you're just an amazing person. And I just want to support this because it's awesome," Sophie Rain said. By Friday morning, the live stream had surpassed its $12 million target, Bob. They are pooling in the money, these two. With Team Water now holding a whopping $30 million total raise. And I'm going to show you what Team Water is all about as part of this report right here. Here's the little clip of it when Mr. Beast was doing his live and Sophie Rain just called in and nonchalantly goes, "Yeah, I got simps giving me money left and right. I'll give you $1 million for clean water project for all out the world." I'll tell you a little bit more about Team Water and what this $1 million went to after I show you the moment that she calls in and donates $1 million to Mr. Beast.
I would love to. I've been wanting to donate. I'm just not sure how to, so I'm glad you called me.
Okay.
Because I want to donate $1 million is what I want to donate.
Wait.
All three of them jumped.
Did you say $1 million?
Yes, I want to donate $1 million.
This guy put his hand on his dick.
I wasn't sure, but I just wanted to know if my team could get in contact with you.
Yeah, no, we will get in contact right now. Like right now, you
Look,
sure?
right now, you better send me that shit.
Yes, I'm 100% sure. This is an awesome cause. I appreciate everything you do, and you're just an amazing
shit,
person,
Bob.
And I just want to support this because it's
Oh
so
my-
awesome.
Whoa! Thank you. That was not what I was expecting.
Holy moly. Now, Bob, you remember we featured Mr. Beast on here. He's the one that famously had that guy spend the night in a grocery store, and it was filled with a myriad of items, department store, food, and groceries. And he said every day you ground up $10,000 worth of stuff and put it in carts and have it at the front door, and I'll give you $10,000 in cash every day you exist in this store. You remember that, right, Bob?
I do.
And Mr. Beast was also the one that rented a theme park for like the first dates or whatever he did. He kind of did that. And also Mr. Beast, he's viral for doing this stuff, but he's also trying to do some charitable stuff. As a point of reference, that's clean drinking water for millions of humans, Team Water is, and quite possibly the priciest PR stunt an OnlyFans celebrity has ever undertaken. Now, here's where it gets a little crazy about, because I don't blame her for getting a little like heat off of giving away $1 million. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with that. But here's her special request to Mr. Beast. He's into all kind of merchandising, and he has these Feastables. Naturally, Sophie didn't allow her halo moment to conclude there. In a subsequent video, she disclosed that after wiring her donation, she was contacted by Mr. Beast's team to see if there was anything that she needed. Rain didn't miss a chance to add a dash of influencer glitter to her charity. She says, so recently I got off the phone with Mr. Beast and the team confirmed my wire donation and assured everything was good. But when they asked her about something, she says, I would like one of those feastable vending machines, Mr. Beast. I'd love one for our house to try all of the new flavors, especially for the guests. It'd be a great addition. Let me know if we can make this happen. I'm so thankful. So here you go. This is her actually asking for it. Here we go.
So I just recently got off the phone with Mr. Beast's team, and just to confirm my wire donation to make sure everything was good on their end. And when they were hanging up, they told me to let them know if I needed anything from them. And so I was thinking, I've been to a lot of people's houses who have the Feastables vending machine. Mr. Beast, I would love a Feastables vending machine for the Bob house that I could put in there so we could try all the new flavors and we can have one for when we have guests come over. I think it would be such a good addition. So, Mr. Beast, just let me know if we can make this happen. I am so thankful for the opportunity you gave me to be a part of such a good cause. And yeah, just let me know.
There you go. So, it's kind of heartening, Bob. And even if they get a little PR, I don't mind these people trying to, if they, in the act of doing something good, if they get a little positive, PR out of it, public relation, whatever out of it, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I don't either.
But let me show you what's going on. I think it's actually kind of a good thing. They're being silly and they're generating all this money and they're trying to say, hey man, how can I kind of give back? So if they get a little extra kind of heat or hits out of it, that doesn't bother me. Advertising scam, says Gino. That's some people of that thinking there, Gino. But hey, that's how the world works. One hand washes the other. What helps one person also helps you. That you probably live long enough to know that. But let me show you actually what Mr. Beast is up to and what's supposed to happen with that all that money for that clean water. So he's trying to bring clean water to other parts of the world, a noble cause for many parts of the world that don't have clean drinking water. I got this little short that explains Team Water, Mr. Beast kind of cherry that he backs right here.
Waters would you rather drink?
Definitely this one.
Well, for millions of people around the world, this is their only option. And that's why Mark Rober and I started Team Water. We've already planted 20 million trees with Team Trees. And then, of course, Team Seeds, where we raised $30 million to pull 30 million pounds of trash out of the ocean.
And now we're back with
See, that's not bad.
Team Water.
To give 2 million people clean water all around the world. On average, for every $1 you donate, one person will receive clean water for a year. And we're hoping to raise $40 million in August to give 2 million people clean water for decades. So go to teamwater.org to change someone's life for only $1.
Well, there you go. So that's what Sophie Rand gave to. Maybe they should just give him a bunch of those Amazon survival straws, Bobby. Maybe that'd be a cheaper way around it. As you know before, right? You can put them in the water and supposedly filters, and you can drink anything or whatever.
Yeah,
right. Maybe they could do that. All right. I thought that was good. Little charity situation. They'll get a little rub off of it, but I don't mind that. Now, Bobby Nick, always at your expense, and I guess the expense of many Canadians, I talk about the stereotypical politeness that Canadians have always been known for, your kindness and your politeness. But I've seen comedians talk about going to war when they say, I would shoot. If a Canadian shot somebody, they go, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Like, they're so overly polite, they even apologize for shooting. But I'm going to talk about some of the rudest countries in the world, Bobby Nick.
Well, let's get into it.
These countries were called the rudest by travelers, and one was mentioned again and again. So I want to throw it out there, like before I read any of them. Baby, just move, says Terry Neen. I want to know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know what anybody thinks. Like, do you think it was America right away? Do we think it's like UK or I'm curious what kind of countries people up Paris. Let me see. France,
Scotland,
USA,
France,
France,
USA.
All right, so there's 2 of them right there. You might be surprised by this. I'm going to present you the top 10. These countries were called the rudest by travelers right here. Not every trip comes with warm smiles. Here are the countries with visitors ranked as the most unfriendly. Roberto Nicholas, here we go. And friends in the BF Live, The Vibe, other news. It's 1:32. I'm coming to you from the East Coast of the United States. China, says Electric Head Gino. A-ching-a-ching-chong. Welcome to the China Club. All right. There's a colorful area. Traveling the world can be full of amazing moments, but not every destination leaves visitors feeling warm and fuzzy. In a recent social media thread, people shared which country struck them as the most unfriendly. Some answers were lighthearted, others were downright shocking, and one country definitely stole the spotlight, Bobby Nick. Here's what the people had to say. Let's start at number 10, Estonia. Estonia comes in at number 10. Well, I watch Ari Matti, the Estonian assassin on Kill Tony. So that's and he says that I love you, America. You got your patriotism. Like we got shit. We got nothing. But one traveler that went to Estonia didn't even hesitate to say Estonia. I didn't even need to think about it as far as the rudest countries. They explained that nearly every encounter felt cold and unwelcoming. Yet just across the water in Finland, they met some of the nicest people of their lives. Talk about a sharp contrast. So Estonia comes in at number 10 as one of the rudest countries out there, according to travelers. At number 9 is Italy, Bobby Nick. I'm a little surprised by this one. Italy. I thought it was like, hey, we the manja, we got the food, and we kiss you. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
All those stereotypes like on Saturday Night Live where all the spaghetti Italian waiters are wanting to make a love to the women. Come on, bellissima, bellissima, make love to you, bellissima. Come on, bellissima. Well, Italy comes in at number 9. Italy got mixed reviews. Several travelers said that folks in Rome and northern regions came across as rude or impatient, while the south was much friendlier. One person even gave Italians the lemon trophy for being the unfriendliest, though they admitted friendliest exist everywhere if you look for it. I say that about a lot of things in the world, Bobby Nick. You know, if all you see is the bad in something, maybe that's because that's the only thing that you're looking for out of something, right? And maybe the opposite can be true. But yeah, if you're always out in the world looking for the negative and the worst things out of everything, you're going to find it because that's what you're looking for. So keep that in mind. That's a more from me. There you go. All right. Coming in at number 8 is Spain, Espanol. Spain, Madrid in particular, came up a few times. One traveler mentioned feeling brushed off, while another joked that Spanish men might be unfriendly, but still hot enough to distract from it. That was probably Space Nerd that says that. They probably reviewed Space Nerd. They interviewed her to say that. Yes, they were all rude, but the guys are hot and they got firemen. That was probably Space Nerd, whatever. Spain comes in at number 8 out of the top 10 rudest countries in the world, according to travelers. Let's go on and see. Oh, my mouse. I hate when my mouse goes upside down like that. Let me see. All right. In number 7 comes in the one and only England. Oh, now wait a minute. I like that Dino said forgot about India. No, we must be very, very polite because all of you assholes are calling us all the time complaining. No, we are not of this. Let's see if India makes it, but I do not think, my friend, I do not. I resemble that. Yes, I do. I resemble that remark. That's right. That is what I said. Oh, shit, forgot about India. Don't you ever forget about India. Let's read. England comes in as number 7 of the rudest countries rated by travelers. London specifically got called out for grumpy attitudes. One commenter described locals as cranky babies needing a nap, while another said that England took their personal lemon award after truly hostile. Damn, they got hostile encounters, Bobby Nick. In England, it says, on the flip side, a different traveler found Paris friendlier than London. Oh my God. So this one may come down to timing and luck a little bit. Let's see. Why are they showing? That looks more like Times Square than Herald Square. I mean, they look more like it nowadays. In this next one, here comes in. That's why that was because that was England's right there picture. And this is Times Square. That is the United States. Number 6, Bobby Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. We got to work harder on our rudeness. You're only coming in at number 6 here in the United States. Wow. So, Bob, I certainly thought with our crassness, and I always talk about how we seem to be more crass down here in the lower 48 than you guys, maybe up there north of us. But so I thought for sure that maybe worldwide, we're so brash and everything that Americans were probably rated as some of the rudest. But to our delight, I guess, number 6. So we're not. We're at least the 6th rudest. Yes, Americans even nominated their own country. Visitors pointed to customs agents in New York City, a chilly vibe in northern states compared to the South, and awkward reality of being treated differently depending on where you land. One personally simply said, America, and I was born here. Come on, America, come on, get it. That's America. United States, we're only number 6. We're only the 6th rudest country rated by a recent survey of travelers. Coming in at number 5 is the rudest country rated by travelers is Turkey, Bobby Nick. Well, Bob Levy went there.
Yeah.
He should have taught them some manners.
Shut
Turkey split opinions. Some people love it, others not so much. One traveler recalled ordering tea during a layover in Istanbul. It was Constantinople. And being met with silent hostility. God damn. Could I have a tea, please? What are you asking for this tea? Hatred without a word being said. Damn. That's just something. Another noted that Turkey always pops up in these kind of discussions, suggesting it has a reputation for mixed hospitality at best. Turkey coming in at number 5, the number 5 rudest country in a recent survey of travelers. Maybe stay in your shit-o country then. No, you stay in your shit-o country then. You fuck you. Weren't they protesting when Levy was there? I think they were. They were outside of his room saying, "You go home now. You take all of our cigarettes." Because Bob Levy was there. See, you guys know what's up. USA Girl is number 1 with me. Where not Tom? What did I? Don sent me that like on Friday, and I got to remember where I put that. That was like one of the first content I got. Don found a link with USA Girl. Don, did you send me that on X? Once again, buddy. Where did I put that? I probably put it in a folder somewhere. Don. Remind me where you sent it, Don, and I'll throw that in there. Oh, he emailed it to me. That's right. Don emailed it to me right here. Let's see. Inbox. Don. USA Girl. Oh, Instagram. There we go. Oh, copy link. Do. I guess I could save her for later. Let me make sure I got it, Don. And I'll make it part of our bricked up segment because Don found the full length video of USA Girl. Don, he's so horny. I'm going to throw that in the brick folder right here, Don, and let's see when we get to USA Girl. Now, for those of you who don't know, we do sexy segments here on BF Live The Vibe, where I'll show some sexy guys for the ladies to look at and some sexy ladies for the guys to look at. And Don, in the intro for one of the segments for Bricked Up, Don loves USA Girl. So I'm going to go to the Bricked Up folder here. I'm going to put it in Bricked Up, and we will see the full length of USA Girl, who's part of the opener. Thanks for reminding me of that, Don. That was spamming the globe. Thanks, Don. I got it, buddy. Frankie, stop spamming your boo-boo. Oh, but you know what that is, Widow Killer? Like I said, good thing I don't look up porn on this computer because I love me some Frankie McDonald. And, Bob, you remember Frankie McDonald would stop by about a month ago here on The Vibe.
Yeah.
And so in order to promote my friend Frankie McDonald, like I like to promote everybody, I said, Frankie, look, I have your bobblehead right here, which I still do. It's on my desk. And so I looked up the Bobblehead Hall of Fame, and that's why you're seeing that pop up in my feed right there. I've tried ad blocker in the past, but it just affects too many other things that I need. So that is the link for the Bobblehead Hall of Fame. That's where these come from, the Frankie bobbleheads. You can go there for your latest one if you bobbleheadhalloffame.com. They actually have a Hall of Fame for bobbleheads, a Hall of Fame for everything. Let's see. Spamming the globe. Let me see. That's why that's coming up in there. That's why I had wrestling belts for the longest time on my other thing right here.
Yeah.
But let's continue on here with these countries. Rated by travelers recently, the 10 rudest countries is what we're doing right here on The Vibe. Other news, having fun discussing the world, the not-so-serious news. China, here comes China. Somebody said China. I can't even do it as good. China comes in at number 4, you asshole. Welcome. China, especially Beijing, was mentioned for locals seeming grumpy or impatient with tourists. One person admitted they actually found it funny, but for others, it was a culture shock that they didn't enjoy. That was in China. Coming in at number 3 is Mother Russia. Mother Russia comes in as the number 3 rudest country rated by travelers in a recent survey. Russia came up again and again in the thread, with people calling it cold and unwelcoming and intimidating. Stories range from strangers never smiling to travelers being told not to grin in public because it would make them look suspicious. What is you with all this happiness over here? Look, they told you don't grin in public, Bob, because you look like you're up to something, like the Cheshire Cat. Others recalled scary run-ins, like bottles being thrown during a performance in Moscow. God damn, they go hard in the paint over there in Russia. Wow. I thought, man, welcome to the show. Damn, it's a dance. Don't be throwing glass at the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. But here's the thing, not everyone who chimed in actually visited Russia. Many were going off perception, Bob. And from my own experience living there, I found the reality a lot warmer. This person says, it's true that Russians don't smile at strangers on the street the way Americans or Canadians might. But once you start talking to people, they're awfully, incredibly kind and generous. So I guess they just don't have that fake smile at you opener. You got to come up with another way. In fact, it was one of the biggest cultural shocks that I wrote about in this article. Let's continue on. We're doing an article of now we're getting into the last 2 rudest countries in the world rated by travelers in a recent survey. Morocco, Bobby Nick, a odd little place. Play it again, Shame, and all that stuff. Morocco left some travelers shaken. One person was groped on the street by a child while the adults laughed. Another recalled kids throwing rocks at their bus. And others described being harassed by overly aggressive sellers. Would you like to buy some jewelry? Mister. For many, the experiences were uncomfortable enough that they said they wouldn't return to Morocco, coming in at number 2 of the rudest countries in the world. And now, you've probably seen it because I always accidentally scrolled to it, and Space Nerd already indicated it because it's not that really hard of a guess. So let's figure out. The number 1 country is rudest in the world, rated by travelers. Paris, France, just like our friend.
There we go. Yeah.
Space Nerd accurately depicted in a recent survey of travelers, France was rated the number 1 rudest by far. France dominated the thread. From rude waiters to unhelpful locals, their stories piled up fast. Some travelers said the Parisians ignored them when they spoke the English or corrected their French pronunciation without actually offering their directions. One person even had a service worker scream at them in frustration. Why you do not know this language? You get out of this country. But here's the catch. Not everyone agreed about Paris or France being the worst. A few travelers defended France, saying experiences outside of Paris were far warmer, and some found Parisians were delightful when they attempted even a little French. As one local pointed out, Paris is not France. And there you have it, folks. France rated the rudest country in a recent survey of travelers of the rudest countries in the world on the Vibe Other News, the not so serious news. Let me see. All right, Bob, now I want to talk about
I figure Scotland would be in there somewhere.
Figure who?
I figure Scotland would be in there somewhere.
Scotland, they're rude bastards, right? They call everybody cunts over there. Well, other cultures take that as rude, but they call everybody cunts, like bros or assholes or whatever that is. Bob, none of us are getting younger, buddy, and I imagine that some of our weird words made it into the dictionaries in our time. Well, now we're getting on to the other generations, and now the Gen Z words are making it into actual culture and actual dictionaries, Bobby Nick, as just part of our vernacular, part of our languages. So we're going to be hip and cool, and we're going to keep up with what the kids are saying nowadays in this next report on the Vibe Other News. Skibidi and TradWife, social media words that are added to the Cambridge Dictionary. We're going to talk about Skibidi and TradWife being added, and these are Gen X words. Words popularized by Gen Z and Gen Alpha, that's what we're on to now, Bobby Nick, included Skibidi, Delulu, and TradWife are among 6,000 new entries to the online edition of the Cambridge Dictionary over the last year, its publisher said on Monday. Cambridge University Press said that TradWife, a portmanteau of a traditional wife. So that's what that means, Bobby Nick. That's our first one. So now there's this trend online where women, Bobby Nick, they're kind of going against this whole feminism thing. And there's a whole cultural shift where women want to be trad wives or traditional wives, Bobby Nick. They want a couple kids in a house. They want to stay home and watch them. They want the cook and clean and the husband go out and provide, buddy. Have you seen this trend or people talking about this trend online recently?
I have, yeah, quite a bit.
It's weird how people are being are almost being shamed because they want to be because they want to fill a traditional gender role, Bobby Nick. It's like, no, you're the weird one because you want to fill your gender role. And so it's very weird. So TradWife, traditional wife, has become a word, and that's now been added to this dictionary. The dictionary also took on the challenge of defining Skibidi, Bob, a word popularized in online memes, which has the term has different meanings such as cool or bad, or it can be used with no real meaning. It could be Skibidi. You just Skibidi, yo. That motherfucker Skibidi. The gibberish word was spread by a YouTube channel called Skibidi Toilet and is associated with the mindless brain rot content found on social media and consumed by the Gen Alpha's overwhelmingly digital lifestyle. The dictionary defined Delulu, Bobby. Now, this is a pretty easy one because this is just the root word for something, right? Delulu, this is an easy one. Delusional. Delusional. The dictionary defined delulu, derived from the word delusional, as believing the things that are real or true, usually because you choose to. As an example, it cited the 2025 speech in Parliament where Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese used the phrase delulu with no solulu. Holy shit. They're doing this in the halls of political chambers now. You are so delulu, you have no solulu. You need to get on your way. It's not every day you get to see words like skibidi and delulu make their way into the Cambridge Dictionary, said Colin McIntosh, a lexical program manager at Cambridge Dictionary. We only add words where we think that they'll have staying power. Internet culture is changing the English language, and the effect is fascinating to observe and capture in the dictionary. Other new phrases include Luke, L-E-W-K, used to describe a unique fashion look and popularized by RuPaul, you better work, bitch, in the drag race. And inspo, short for inspiration. You are such a inspo for me, girlfriend. You better 2 snaps and a twist. Work from home culture has even got a rise to mouse jiggler. Hey, your mouse. Hey, you fucking egg jigglers. Now your mouse jigglers over here. Referring to the way to pretend to work when you are not, Bobby Nick. You just a mouse jiggler. Just sitting there just jiggling the mouse all over the place. That's a mouse jiggler. There is also forever chemical, man-made chemicals that stay in the environment for years of gain traction. What is that? That's a part of a different article. What is that? I'll throw it from another article. But there you go. So that's the words skibidi, TradWife are added to, and delulu are added to the Cambridge Dictionary based on the terms used by Gen Z and Gen Alpha in the not-so-serious news. All right, now, I know that typically, BF Live The Vibe, not typically, but every day, we do Monday through Friday, 3 hours, and we stay a little past that, especially when we're having fun. Typically, we should be done the piss report halfway through the show. We're past halfway. It's 1:50. I got one more thing for you. I got a sexy bikini report, and then we will take that piss break, and then we'll come back and do Rock You Like a Horoscope. Maybe we'll have to check some over there, check Perry Caravella Live, a little Perry talk, because it is Monday night PCL. Once again, I got more stuff that we will get to in the hour and a half that we have after I bring you this last sexy bikini report, Bob. Dare I say, I think I buy a lot of stuff off of Amazon. It's like my go-to place, Bobby Nick. When something breaks in my house or something, or you need something you can't find, right? You just go to Amazon. That shit will be sent to your house. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know about this girl, though. I don't know. I don't know about that, Bobby Nick. Well, let's check out the bikini that she's wearing today, and let's start a bikini report right now. This is how I wrap up every BF Live The Vibe news segment right here with a sexy bikini report. Today, Bobby Nick, this is about Amazon now getting into the grocery game a little deeper, buddy.
Oh, really?
Delivering groceries. Near me in a major shopping area, they built a brick and mortar store, Bobby Nick, called Amazon Fresh. Amazon Fresh.
No way.
And it's a little, if you can be a member, I think, a Prime member, you just walk in the store, cart around, traditional grocery store, Bobby Nick. Haven't been into it yet, but it is a legit store. And I believe that they deliver food for this service this new service Amazon's trying to expand even more and more into food. Before you had to be like a special Amazon, I think, food customer or something, or a groceries kind of subscription. But I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I'm going to run this bikini report. So we will rate the boobies. We will rate the bikini pecan, my friend. Don says she's got the Fifth Element bandage straps right here. All right, well, let's do this now. She's going to tell you about now Amazon getting even deeper into the shopping game by expanding to food, fresh food. Hey, Bikini Report, tell us about all this Amazon getting into the grocery game a little deeper now.
Amazon is jumping into the grocery game in a major way. The company just announced that customers in over 1,000 U.S. cities can now order fresh groceries like meat and eggs through them with free same-day delivery on orders over $25. And that'll expand to over 2,300 cities by the end of the year. Clearly, this could expand Amazon's already incredible reach. Even if you don't have a Prime membership, you'll still be able to access the service for a $13 fee, regardless of the size of your order.
So that's what they're doing. You don't have to have a Prime membership to do this like you had before. A $13 fee, and anybody can participate in this.
Given the success Amazon has had selling perishable goods in markets like Phoenix and Orlando, this could literally change the market, and fast.
I guess you put some there because I'm telling you, man.
And to a degree, stocks tell the future. So it's worth noting that Instacart, Kroger, DoorDash, and Walmart all saw their stock prices dip in the wake of this announcement. So what do you think? Will you try ordering fresh groceries through Amazon? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like and follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. We'll just leave that up there while we talk about it. So what do you think, Bob? Like, would you think this is about fresh food specifically? Like, do you like people? I don't know if I want people picking out like my fresher foods for me. You know, people are more particular about that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I always have. I haven't, honestly, Bobby Fran, I haven't been in a fucking shopping store in 5 years at least.
Well, this is good to talk about. I'm putting them stuff away. This is good to talk about. So what's your thing, Bob? You get delivered? What is your go-to? What's your method?
Yeah,
if you're not using Amazon or anything.
I always get everything that I get fresh delivered. Delivery. Okay. Yep. So somebody's always picking out everything for me anyway.
All right. I'm just getting a message saying we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook. I might have to end the stream. So if anybody's enjoying the stream on Facebook, I'm getting an error message that StreamYard's having a hard time with it. So if you are enjoying it, I'm going to have to cut the feed. And I will say, please join us over here on the YouTube or on Rumble. There's 2 other places you can watch it. I'm going to attempt to remove it because it's giving me an error message saying that I must. So I'm going to remove it right here. I'm going to remove it. Let's see if that goes. Oh, then I got to save. Wow, okay. All right, so let's see. Fake boobs. Look at the basketballs. I know they're Oscar. And that's what kills me, bro, is that some of these girls don't even try. They're like, just give me the biggest, roundest. And the doctors, that's irresponsible, too, because anybody that's an admirer of breasticles, no, their breasts they're not perfectly round like that, Bob, right?
No.
We always talk about the reliable sag, the droop. You got to be able to count on that droop. Gravity, the droop. You got to count on the droop.
What makes it natural?
But it's natural. It's natural. Does nothing. Real basketballs might be softer. Exactly. Sometimes they're so like comically big, like that lady I had on. What the fuck is this? Last Friday when we did BF Live the Vibe. All right, folks. Well, why don't we do this now? We must do this if we want to continue having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Dare I say, I think we just had fun with the news right there. I might have tricked you into enjoying the news. We did the BF Live the Vibe other news. We ended the way we always do with a sexy bikini report. Let's wrap up this segment and let's get on to the piss break and more fun. That was the Vibe other news, or the not so serious news. BF Live the Vibe is what you are watching and are listening to. Stream Show 364. It is Monday, August 18th. Happy to be here with you and my friend Bobby Nick and the Great Chat family, folks. Coming up on 2 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States, where I'm coming to you from. We do 3 hours here on the Vibe, so that means we have at least 1 more hour to go. And that's not, and if we're having too much fun, that's not even counting if we're going to stay around for some over vibe. But I think what we should do right now at this point, folks, since we're a half hour kind of past due, having so much fun, we're going to take a little pause for the calls right now. A little piss break right here on BF Live the Vibe. It's your chance to take care of business, and while you're up, you can grab a drink, you can grab a smoke, grab a snack, and grab a friend and tell them that the midday fun's already going down. If you're having a bad Monday, if you're having a case of the Mondays, come over here on the Vibe, because we don't do the case of the Mondays on the Vibe.
Oh.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Not allowed, as our friend Perry Caravello says right here on the Vibe. And after this 2.5 minute piss break, I say we come back and we'll do a little rock you like a horoscope. We'll do Perry talk. Because it is Monday night, and so there was a members-only show on last night. We'll go over to Perry Caravello Live on Twitter X, and I'll show you some of the fun clips they put out there from Friday when he was dressed up in a certain outfit that he was required to wear. We'll see if there's a clip or two available from the members-only stream just from yesterday, and I can always throw in some fun Chris Popke-produced Perry Caravello songs. All of that and more will start right after this. We can't get to any of it until we do this 2.5 minute piss break, folks. Are you ready? I'm going to start the timer now. Ready, set, go. 2.5 minutes. Go take your piss break. Go do what you got to do and come back for more fun right after this on The Vibe.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
It's my pee-pee, and I do what I want. And you can do what you want with yours, too, in the privacy of your own home, folks. This is BF Live, The Vibe Stream Show 364. And we're back after our piss break. And we got another bro joining us backstage. Well, isn't this cool? The day just gets better. It's Monday, folks. Mondays don't have to be bad. You just hang out with chat, family, and friends. I know you touched my pee-pee, says Pecan. I don't know who you're pissing with. Don is getting laughs from the space nerd. Excuse me while I whip this out. Hello, Don. Let's see. Insane Fun, a.k.a. Chris Thompson, checks in. The Snake. Chris Thompson checks in. She's a bit much. What you got to say? What's up? There's Chris checking in. He checked in during that piss break. I like a sporty boob, but that's ridiculous. Let's get into Bieber. Goddamn ridiculous, Deadful. The size of these things. Give me a pin, says our friend Space Nurse. He popped that thing. Nerf Booby says P-cunt. Oscar Electric having fun and everyone enjoying the other news. See, I tricked you guys. I tricked you guys into enjoying news. Ha-ha. Gotchas. All right. Well, why don't we... I always say we got to pause for the cause. You know what? Before I show this video, here's a guy backstage that I'm looking, he'll do this with me. He's ready, folks. He is my friend. He is yours. We call him around here the prop master. We call him also Scott Fitzpatrick. Come on, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Go both ways.
Oh, see, I did that by accident again. That was not a Freudian slip. I wasn't actually trying to play that. Ooh, look, Scott, hatless Scott Fitzpatrick. Is
Yeah, I can't find my
notice
hat,
because
man.
you did the pat and you kind of drew attention to yourself there, buddy. There you go.
I feel naked without my hat.
Otherwise, I thought you were wearing.
Did
like
you
a
lose it in the
solo
pool?
head thing.
I don't know where I placed it at. I don't know. It might be twisted up in the bed covers for all I know.
It'll show up. Yeah. We were talking about wallets earlier, Scott. You misplaced your hat. Like we were talking about, I always misplace my wallet. I never quite lose my wallet. What is your thing with wallets? Do you have a big one, chain one? Do you ever a thing? What's your story with wallets?
You know, I've never carried any kind of wallet in all my
No?
life. I've just crumpled up money and shoved it in my pockets.
All right.
What?
I rarely have an ID on me, so.
All right. Yeah. See, Don knows Scott dropped his in a Ford. We did a story, Scott, of a guy that worked at a Ford assembly plant, and he lost track of his wallet. He dropped it and put a car together on top of it, and it rode around for like 11 years in somebody else's car. His wallet.
Right, I was watching. I seen
There
it.
you go. Well, I'm glad you were watching. Awesome. That's great. Scott not only participates, but he actually enjoys the vibe. Well, we enjoy partaking, and I see Scott's got that glow of outdoors on him.
Yeah,
so
I'm outside. Yeah.
maybe you don't. I'm not twisting your arm. You don't have to, buddy. But this might inspire you. I will warn you. This next video might inspire you to do something here. Let's watch a little fun video, and then let's get on to our next segment of fun. Now that we got more friends joining us on the vibe, let's watch the human bong, Scott. This is a human bong. I don't know if I can take this. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, shit.
And while we do, I will grab my vape pen. All right, so this gentleman is climbing in a human-sized bong, as you can see, Scott. Now watch this. And bro, the weed that they go through for this viral video. Look at this little setup he's got now. They used to have, bro, when we first started seeing these videos, they had like there's like a weed whacker, Scott. Like they were like, it was like real crude. This looks like a thing that's actually made to like burn this weed at like this high volume. Look at this little tight little thing he's got. That's a gigantic bowl. He's going to fill this thing up. I humble you. I and she did this back in the 80s. Fuck you, little killer. I humble you. Look at this shit, Scott. Now, what does he do when he can't breathe? How does he get the he's got to climb out? He's got to get up. Look, it comes apart. Look at this. Oh, man, I would have been on the other end of that thing, Scott. It was like a waste of weed.
Yeah.
Weed. That's a cool viral bit, Bobby. That's a look. See, Tiffany knows the weed head checks in. That's a waste of fucking weed. Don says, "I won." Let's watch one more time. A little claustrophobic.
Right?
I won, Don says. I die, says Space Nerd. I knew there had to be an escape hatch or escape method, Scott, because no way he was going to last in there. It would have been funny if he would have had to climb out of it.
Get him out of there.
There you go. Use it. Spacey said, I'd sleep in one of those. That's wild. Bro, Scott, I would have to have my boys at the top of it, like just inhaling it the whole time. Like, all that smoke going nowhere. You going to get some birds high or something? Scott, I know you're like me. I know you wonder if birds or dogs or flies can ever get high.
Yeah,
I don't try to do the dog thing so much because I don't want my family flipping out and kill my dog or anything, bro. She might have got some incidental, but I've never. Maybe when I was younger, we used to do the hold the nose and. Well, I did that to a dog or two.
Yeah.
Right, Bobby? Everybody's been curious. Let's get the dog high. Let's get the let's get the cat and the dog high. Let's get the hamster high. Come on. Get everything high. So yeah, sometimes they would just get high if it was a contact. Chris Thompson checks in, goes by at Insane Fun 1. I got a video of a beaver bong. A hot naked chick put her legs behind her head and a glass tube in her cooch. I'm getting this down in my mind. And they were smoking out of her.
Oh.
There's gonna beaver bong. Let's see. Oh, they put the glass behind her head. Legs behind her head. Where did they burn it? Oh, she got stoned pretty good and didn't even take a hit. Sound like she's going to take a shit hit on somebody with that kind of configuration. Can we send one of those to Perry so he can use it with Bob the next time he visits?
Shut the fuck up.
I think it's a good idea, Widow Killer has right here. I think it's a very good idea. kind of keep it contained. I'm out of everything, says Tiffany Washington. Oh, no. That's not good. Space Chief 75 is a member. He represents me. He's throwing out those BF Chang. The BF Chang sound effect right there. There it is. Boom. That is definitely a BF Chang situation. Why don't we do, Scott, I'm going to surprise you a little bit, buddy, since you're already outside, right?
Right.
All right. Well, I got something for you today. You know, you probably weren't expecting this. I was going, all right, hey, let's do this. We're going to fall down in your hole today, Scott. I got something for you. And this was also, I will let you know that it's kind of provided by way of Terry Nee. Terry Nee led me to this, buddy. So this is going to have to do with your boy Cyrax, the one and only. Why don't I run the element? Everybody grab, where's my partakers at? We already did a hit for no good reason, but now we're going to do one for a damn good reason. We're going to go down into Scott's hole. And those of you right here on the new to the vibe, you might say, well, BF, what is Scott's hole? Where Scott's hole is where we kind of gather. It's a segment we do here on the vibe. And we're going to watch some fun LOL cows, some low cows of Scott, some of his favorites. That's what we normally do, but I'm going to twist it on Scott. It's going to include one of his locales, but it's not going to be a video that was provided by Scott Fitzpatrick this time. But I bet he'll enjoy it just the same. I was directed to this video by Terry Nee, but we're going to watch it right now. Grab your shit as we get down into Scott's hole.
Makes Scott hard. Start flexing his yard. Tell me lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Low cat tipping. Low cat tipping. Low cat tipping.
LOL cow tipping is what we're doing right here on the vibe. Once again, this is where Scott typically brings his favorite LOL cows, people that he likes to fall down into a rabbit hole, if you will, of sorts, and kind of watch them. And he brings his favorites here normally. But courtesy of Terry Nee, I have something for you. But before we get on to this, I want to acknowledge our friend Tiffany Washington. First of all, she says she's out of everything, which that's a weed kind of thing that weed heads know. So we're sorry that you're going through that. But then Tiffany needs our little support, guys, because Tiffany says the family support pet dragon passed away. Yeah. And also Bart is back in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear this, Tiffany Washington, but I hope that we can be some kind of uplifting support. So positive vibes go out to Tiffany and Bart back in the hospital. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that about our friend Bart and Tiffany. Keep fighting the good fight, Tiffany Washington, and I hope you get some real soon. Fucking stinks in here, Scott. So I'm talking about Scott's hole. Now I'm going to pull. Smells like shit in here. Pecan enjoys Scott's hole. The weed stream is basically what we're doing, Don. You know, we need barely an excuse to break out the weed, so we got a good one right here. This is our little excuse to smoke. Now, Scott, I'm going to pull this on you, buddy. This is about your boy Cyrax. And Terry Nee pointed me to this video. You can tell me whether you know about it or not. If you've seen it, that's fine. But I'll show it to people that haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, all the better. But this is going to be, this is called Cyrax, a case study. His teeth, Scott Fitzpatrick. Now, you have so accurately pointed out that Cyrax like picked his head, right? You would put those pictures in our chat of him with his gross ass head. He just nervously picks his head. Yeah. But he also has some kind of, he's got a little shark kind of thing going on in his, I don't know what he's got going on with his mouth. Yeah, he's got kind of a piranha mouth type. Yeah, never quite understood it, Scott, but I have a study about it. So this is for you, brought to you. Terry Nee courtesy kind of directed me to this. We're down in Scott's hole, courtesy of Terry Nee, and we're learning about, this is a case study from one of Scott's favorite locales, Cyrax, a case study. Cyrax teeth, Scott, right here, down in Scott's hole. And the reason we call it Scott's hole, folks, for the new people, is because when you have your device, if you want to partake or vape or whatever you have, go and smoke with us. It's a reason just to hang out. Watch some fun, crazy shit while we hang out with the chat family, smoke one, and watch about Cyrax's teeth. A locale guy, a case study right here in Scott's hole.
One of the most immediately notable things about Cyrax are his teeth.
Look at that, Scott. Look at those close-ups. Look at that fucking close-up, bro.
Right, yeah. Exactly how many things are wrong with them? Let's see.
What the gum was grown? Oh shit!
Cyrax has both an overbite and an open bite, likely stemming from his underdeveloped jawbone.
Have you seen this, Scott?
No, but I've seen something like it that explains what
Okay.
his he's got a condition. Yeah.
Understood. I understand that maybe multiple documentarians are trying to explain the myth that is Cyrax. But if you hadn't seen this one, let's see what we can get out of this one. But look, that's a face not even a mother can love.
That's probably his high school picture over there.
It probably is on the right, Scott. He was probably like 18 years old or something. All right, maybe 19, 20 if he was. Go ahead.
He also aged out of high school, so he went his 4 years and then went to like his 20-something. He's 20-something before he got out of high school.
I was going to say at first I thought 18, and I said, well, maybe with Cyrax, maybe 19, 20, 21, something like that. Holy
I
shit!
just realized
Scott.
he looks like fucking Jason Voorhees as a kid.
Yeah, he does, man. He does.
Oh, Bobby, our resident horror expert, said he looks like the actual Jason Voorhees. Let's go, Jason Voorhees.
God
Spine
damn, he
is much
does when it
thinner
comes out of the
compared to
water.
the width of his cheekbones than the average person, so much so that it even appears to cave in, which causes these characteristic deep folds of wrinkles on his cheeks.
Cyrax has better teeth than Jake. Wait a minute. I thought I saw one of the shows I passed by yesterday. Jake was on and Cyrax coming busting on Jake's teeth.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
You got some nerve, Cyrax. Only one condition?
might not be
Yeah, I think
wrong
they
there.
must a couple there, Don. He has more than one condition.
This whole situation right here is likely the
Oh,
result
look at the finger in his mouth, Scott. You probably seen this many times.
of being born extremely premature, where his jawbone didn't have sufficient time in the womb to
What's he doing with the
develop
fork? Scott, he got the fork sideways, like digging in his
They are
teeth.
severely
Picking at his,
Look at that, how it looks like some kind of viper shark or something.
I got a bunch of clips that he'll go on air and notice his teeth's funky, and he just takes his shirt and he kind of grabs his teeth and just kind of tries to pull the funk off of it with his shirt.
You've mentioned that to us before. Over there on Scott's channel. Scott knows this the Angry Iguana guy. He was in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
Look for
It
Scott
always
Fitzpatrick.
causes his mouth also causes him to leak a lot of saliva in his beard too.
Go figure. Much like Wendy did. You can see these videos. Now this is Terry Nee pointed me to this. I don't even think Scott had seen this, but Scott is aware of the legend that is Cyrax and his teeth. He's seen variations of this, but not this particular documentarium. But if you want to see the other stuff that Scott's always talking about, where Scott's hole is derived from, the Angry Iguana 112 is where you can find a lot of this stuff when you're not enjoying it right here on the Vibe, which is what we're doing right now. Let me switch to this one. Back to this. Stop sharing.
Almost
back to this.
450 subscribers now, Bobby Fran.
On the Angry Iguana 112 coming up on 500. Let's keep watching. This is a case study, Cyrax and his teeth.
crowded. Without dental hygiene, crowded teeth tend to decay faster due to having deeper
fork,
and harder
bro.
to reach corners that
Look at the
fruit
artist,
particles can get stuck and
the
damage.
artist rendering of his. Look at all I know they based those off of Cyrax's teeth and gums. Look at that.
Yeah, he's got teeth behind his teeth somehow.
That looks like a really like a Cyrax Morton Downey kind of art right there.
Able to be easily washed away by saliva. It goes without saying that Cyrax has probably brushed his teeth a total of 10 times in his 34 years, which brings us to number 3.
10 times in 34 years.
Tartar and
That's another thing we always point out, Scott. Like probably he might be 34 right in this picture, right? 34 years
Yeah,
old.
he's about 34. Yeah,
he's about 30. He's currently in his mid 30s.
If plaque is not removed on a regular basis, it will harden and turn into tartar.
Holy
Which
shit.
makes his teeth almost look like they're all bonded together with cement.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-blowing the fact that I couldn't even find Google images of people with tartar on their upper front teeth for a clear example.
Oh my
Most
God.
people get them on the back of their lower teeth, which is more commonly
How does he do
neglected.
tartar on the upper
To have
front?
it like Cyrax, you have to be going around
That is
with
very true. I always get it in the lower bottom of the mouth here, but the upper front, how do you do that?
a nasty coat
You
of
like rub food on the top of your teeth?
sticky plaque very visible on your front teeth and simply do nothing about it as it hardens into tartar. Number 4 is stains and discoloration. Stains are caused by distinctly different things depending on their color. The festering bacteria will cause open cavities, creating cracks and holes that get brownish over time. If bacteria gets deep enough, it will eventually kill the pulp of the tooth, which will cause grayish stains as it rots from the
I would dare to say if you show this picture to a lot of people, Scott, and some of them, they would say that this is like he's cast in a movie or something, right? They're like, this person cannot really exist.
Yeah.
He really exists.
Exactly. He's a cryptid. He's a
But
cryptid.
the real
He's a
winner
fucking
here
he's actual. Oh, look at that close up and empty.
are greenish colored stains, which in adult teeth can only come from fungus. Now listen.
That's why Scott said
In
he uses
general,
that.
a human bite carries the risk of infection if not treated due to bacteria getting in the wound.
Yeah, I'd
So
be
it's no
afraid of it
joke
biting
when
me.
I say that if someone were to get bit by Cyrax, they need to react as if they were bitten by a venomous animal.
a dog.
Don't just wash the
You're
result
fucking
and
right,
to get
Scott.
chaos
I
to the
totally
member
agree
of
with
his
that.
board. And finally,
I
it
would.
goes
I'd
without
be afraid of
saying
what
that
bacteria that
cavities
mother
cause
gave
pain.
me.
Cyrax is likely no stranger to toothaches. In one video, he clownishly boasted to Marty about getting his molars knocked out in a fight. And
His
one
molars?
of his, fuck around and find out this is what happened to me when
The
I got into a
Chupacabra
fight with
thinks
some
Don.
big guy I met years ago. That's obviously a lie. What
Hey,
I am
now.
1000% sure of, though, is that Cyrax has
Grody to the
long
max,
been missing
space
those
nerd.
molars, as molars are always the first to rot and chip off with poor oral hygiene.
Whoa.
Now, number 5, gum disease. Bacteria accumulation will affect the gums. If nothing is done about it, it will progress into gingivitis. But what Cyrax has is
Now the
most
funniest thing. Look at how the gums and all come down over. The funnier thing, Scott, would be watching Cyrax listen to this and hear what he's saying, a reaction video to this guy. The fuck are you talking about? I brush my teeth, I've never seen gums overtake teeth on the outside like that. With that green shit. What is that?
The advanced periodontitis.
This dude is definitely an alien. That's why Scott is so fascinated with these locales. We're not 100% sure this isn't like a Men in Black situation where Scott is in tune with the people that just come and visit our planet right here. This dude is definitely an alien. He's like a monster lizard. I know Possum says electric head Gino, and Pecan is just barfing.
The most severe case of gum disease, and it is irreversible. This will cause severe inflammation, as seen here, as well as cause them to bleed heavily, often coating his teeth in blood, leading to a few past false assumptions.
That's when his dad
that he
punched
had
him in the
already
mouth.
lost a few teeth.
This is, right here.
Unsurprisingly, this
Yeah, his-
stage of
yeah,
gum
his mouth's
disease
bleeding
would be
'cause
extremely
I can see the blood.
painful in its own way, not just in the way of like toothaches. This is its own separate pain, especially when he would be biting or chewing, which makes it an enigma why Sally serves him burgers,
He looks
steak,
wild
or
there.
corn on the cob. No wonder he has such low body fat. If he doesn't break that food into pieces with his hands for almost instant swallows, he probably
That's
skips
just
whole
fucking
portions of these
awesome.
plates to avoid discomfort.
I love
His
it,
drinks
man.
are
I love that
probably
you
also
love
room
this.
temperature, as too cold or too hot would likely
A
cause
rotting mouth will make its
immediate
way
stabs
into
of
the
pain
blood.
from his weak enamel. The inevitable finally came, however, in August 2024, when the bone and tissue that held his teeth finally decayed and fell off. Unfortunately for Cyrax, this will not be a one-time episode, as the decay and disease that rot that one tooth out is currently present on all of his remaining teeth, meaning more are likely to fall one after the other in 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if by this time next year he's lost at least 3 more.
Holy shit. And there you go. Thank you, Cherry Nee, I guess, for pointing me to that video, Scott. So when I showed up in my mailbox and Terry Nee, I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't a Scott video, and Scott isn't submitting this. It was by way of Terry Nee, and I'm like, it made me curious. I know that you know a lot about him as far as he has shitty teeth and his scabs and all that, but I didn't know if you'd seen that particular documentarian right there. There you go.
I didn't see that particular one, but I've seen one like it. Yeah.
He makes Shane McGowan look handsome, says Don Jr. checking in. Well, you know, Scott, I heard that there is something. You have to watch this, though, because, like I said, you can go over to the Angry Iguana 112 and find this stuff when we're not currently in Scott's hole. Angry Iguana 112. Some of his older stuff exists on Propmaster 69 right there. You can find that stuff. But, Scott, I have heard there's a cautionary tale for you, buddy, because I heard that if you watch too much of Cyrax, some shit will happen to you, bro. You will start morphing into him, if you will. Let me show you what I got right here. So beware, Scott, because it can happen just like this. Terry put them Cyrax teepers on Scott. Terry did that shit, Scott. Look. Cyrax teepers on you.
Oh,
and they still look better than Cyrax's teeth. Not dorky enough, Terry. They look. That's the Cyrax teeth right there.
Man.
Terry strikes again. Oscar's loving it, and that's what we love. You guys do take shit You guys take the shit that we do and take it to another level. That's what happens down here in Scott's Hole. Why don't we do this? You know, you got your device, you got something to smoke, folks, because that's what I have for you content-wise. I'm going to play you a couple of songs, but not before I play you this next great thing right here from my friend Chris Popke, who made both of these songs, Low-Cal Tippin' and this one. This was the first one that we made. Where is that? Under S, right? Yes, under S, because it's for Scott. Grab your pipe, folks, because we're currently down in Scott's Hole. Should I find it?
Down in Scott's Hole.
We're down in Scott's Hole. Let's smoke one. A little tune to smoke with.
Smoking a bowl.
Terry Nee gets the awesome from Scott from Oscar Electric.
Down in Scott's Hole. Smoking a bowl. She likes to fly, but Tammy's wings have been
God. Down in Scott's Hole is where we just were, folks. That's our fun segment right here where we gather, and just a reason to change the pace of the show. Watch some people that are a little crazier than us and do some low-cal tipping down in Scott's Hole. Let's get on with the more fun with the show. But that, in fact, was... Can I find the element again? Why can't I find it? I blame weed for the reason I can't. Oh, wait a minute. First, let me find... We'll see if Scott and Tammy get together maybe on the next episode of Scott's Hole.
Makes Scott hard. Start flexing his yard. Tammy lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Low cal tipping. Low cal tipping. Low cal tipping.
That's what we do. We smoke and joke. Down in Scott's Hole. That's where we were, folks. Join us next time when we go down into Scott's Hole. Let's have a little fun. I got some fun clips and stuff that we can play in the middle of segments and what we do right here on the Vibe. Let me play this. I got all kind of stuff to play for you. It's all matter. What do I play first? What's it? Sexy Single Bubble. What is this one? I called it. This is something I can play for you. Oh, no, I got to save that. Oh, that's for another segment. I don't know how that ended up there. This is perfect. I'll play this now, and then we'll get on. I think we're going to get on to some Perry talk after this because it is Monday night. And for my PCL fans, we know that Monday night is a PCL night. So we'll go back to Friday, and we'll see the funky costume that they had him wearing the Friday stream, for those of you who didn't see it. And then we'll see if there's a little talk of the yesterday members-only stream that occurred. But first, I'm going to play a song. And I think Scott, being a guitar guy and a fart guy, will like to hear this. And everybody will like to hear it. Here it go. Here's a little ditty. How about a little Megadeth Symphony of Destruction played in a particular manner right here on the Vibe? How about on a fart piano? This is Megadeth Symphony of Destruction, Scott, on a fart piano. Let me see if you can keep up note for note with that Ursa of yours right here on the Vibe.
You take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch people's heads roll. To the symphony.
I gotta get that. Where do we pick that up, Scott?
Yeah, I gotta get one of those, man.
Where do we get that?
That's neat.
That oh boy, folks! That scream of horror means only
right
one
on
genuine
time.
thing.
Oh,
It's
my
breaking poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Regular viewers of The Vibe know that genuine scream of horror means only one thing, that the lovely Wendy Pack from the Howard Stern Show days is friends with Bobby Nick as she gets her personal giggles, shits and giggles, sending Bobby Nick pictures of her morning constitutional. Bobby Nick describes it because we can't show it. What did she send you, Bob?
Oh my God, I don't know what. It looks like a tiny snake that is like, it's immersed in water, so it's like, ugh. It's horrible. And then
it's like a snake. It's like a golden snake.
At the bottom, there's huge clumps.
Uh-oh.
She's got to be having like problems pushing that out. That's a big one. That's hard, big hard one.
Ooh,
I mean,
I hate
discolored and everything. It's almost gray. It's almost gray in color.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Unfortunately, for better or for worse, he's seen more pictures of her feces than her own doctor has. That was breaking poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Holy there you go. Breaking poos. Wendy Pack. Wendy Poo Poo right there from Pecan checking in. How about that, Bobby? All right. I thought I did the human bong thing. I say that we do. I think I'm going to go use the ring cam. Tom and B and Jim, Hollywood Jim PCL, they let me use the ring cam outside of apartment 102 so I can go over to Twitter X and bring you this segment during my show because I like to keep an eye on Perry and make sure that Randy isn't trying to sneak out or somebody like that. You know.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, dude, you're highly gay. Why don't we go over there to Twitter X and see what went down on Friday and what went down yesterday on the members only show in the afternoon here on my show with a little Perry talk. Hell yeah, I'm outside of apartment 102. I'm going to go over to the PCL Perry Caravello Live Twitter X, and we're going to scroll it and see what kind of fun videos are provided. Let's catch up with a little fun Perry talk here in the afternoon while I look out for Perry, because I know he's always sneaking out, acting like he's going to go to Ocean and all that stuff, but you can't do none of that stuff. You're old, dude. Just stay out of the water.
Shut the fuck up.
Stay out of the water. You're too feeble for that shit. All right, let's do this. Perry, let me in. Perry. I bet you know it, Randy. I think I hear him fucking in there. All right. Well, Pecan is having fun with the membership Perry emojis and a rainbow right here. Oh, Terry needed to check in quickly between segments, and he says tomorrow is his granddaughter's birthday. I bought her an electric guitar that she asked for. She will be 12. What do you think about that, Scott? Bringing her up right with the rock and roll, right? That's cool. Terry Nee.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
But let's go over to PCL. I'm going to go down. All right, because they made him dress, you know, the outfits they get him in on a Friday night. I'm always amazed with Scott, like the gay shirts and stuff. It's almost like if they negotiated beforehand, it goes better than when Tom tells him to do it live, because he shows up with some shit I never thought that he would actually put on. But let's see, that was Friday's afternoon PCL. Now let's see what he wore and some of the stuff went down on this Perry Talk segment. Let's go back to Friday here. Look, he was dressed like a sheik, guys. Look. They had him. This is how they had him dressed, Scott, if you didn't see it. Now, they're going to be, of course, they're getting on him. Yeah. They're getting on him. He's in a full sheet kind of outfit. This is what he was. He came on air like this Friday, for those that didn't see last Friday's Perry Caravello Live. And, of course, they're on him again for the magic pills. We talked about the magic pills. He believes in every stamina booster, testosterone, any kind of magic, pill. Perry, this is the guy that it's made for, this sucker. That's born every minute. So let's see, Perry, talk about as a sheik and dressed as a sheik costume, talk about the magic pills.
Magic pills. Because I'm a magician!
Uh-oh.
The day planner was wrong and must be destroyed along with any magic pills. We are coming now to flesh, so
Gay
do not
Skibidi.
resist or be arrested.
Excuse me? Idiot! Magic pills? Because you know nothing about my fucking health! Kiss my motherfucking ass, you disgusting reject! Holy fucking smokes!
Widow Killer lets us know that he was supposed to dress up as an Indian, but instead shows up as Osama bin Blowing Dudes. That's a good nickname. Oh, those Osama bin Blowing Dudes looking some bitch over here. It's the one and only Perry Caravello is what Widow Killer's talking about. All right. This is cannoli crashes that he talks about here, dressed up like this, like he is. I think right away he come out doing Widow Killer. He come out, started the show doing an Indian accent, and right away everybody was in the chat like racist. You fucking racist. You're doing like the wrong accent with the wrong costume. He's so racist. Let's see what this one's about. This is Perry cannoli crashes.
You fucking asshole!
I'm going to make cannolis for the bake-off on 12 to 12. I got
Wrong.
a recipe from my Anna Clemens.
Oh, the bake-off's going to be awesome.
I am not here on that day, you fucking asshole! Never!
We're going to make holiday cookies and pies. It's going to be awesome.
Say you're coming in my home! I am going to make sure of it!
You got to love Perry. Not happening. Here's what P. Cunt mentioned. The gay Perry of Arabia stream is what they ended up calling this. The Perry of Arabia stream. It went down on 8/15. So that's what we're kind of watching clips of. Now, I like when they do this, guys, where they take this and they put, if Perry were trying to talk to a woman in a dating situation, Perry speed dating, if it took a scene from a show and went speed dating, Perry, the speed dating disaster right here on Perry Caravello Live. Little Perry talk.
I mean, all I do is pee and pee and pee all over myself for hours upon hours. I mean, I'm drinking coffee and drinking drinks and drinking more drinks.
All right.
These diapers are
You fuck?
freaking incredible.
You fuck for real?
And then when they overflow, then you realize, oh shit, I mean, they overflow. Then you see the seat's all wet, my pants are all wet, I'm all wet. These are luxury freaking diapers.
Impressing the ladies on speed dating with his pissing prowess and adult diapers is the one and only sexy Perry Caravello. Sexy, did I say? I bet the women do find that sexy. Don't they? Let me find that real quick. I bet the women find that sexy. Come on. Where is it at? Here it is. Sexy Perry right here. Speed dating Perry. He's sexy.
Sexy.
This song is compliments of Chris Popke, the talented Chris Popke. Thank you, Chris.
Sexy. Wonders what it would be like if Perry had a gash.
Sexy.
I mean, all I do is pee. Well, let's pretend that Perry was actually a female made for men.
Sexy.
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 And pee. Nope, not interested in anal. But actually, I did have a girl that I did do anal to, and it was weird. That tight hole. Different. She said, enter slowly. I did. And then I came. It was quick.
Gross.
Sexy lady.
Something Perry Caravello knows nothing about. I don't care what he says about that fake-ass lifeguard story. No way some 6'6", beautiful, voluptuous, as he describes lifeguard, saved him from shallow, ankle-deep water, and they gave him mouth-to-mouth and got lip lock and started making out with him. Never happened. That's what I'll go to my grave saying. All right. There's some people, The Bloated by Adam Hawk. There's some fans drawing some fun stuff based on what they see on the show. There's the tweet for the Perry Chronicles. There you go. That's the show. They did that over the weekend. That's where Jim, PCL, and Bob get together, and they talk about everything PCL, and they talk about the early days. And if questions arise naturally, Jim's been in the game, the PCL game, long enough that he can kind of give you the background of why they ended up in certain situations or circumstances. So join them when they do the Perry Chronicles if you want to dig a little deeper into kind of the Perry world and all the inner workings of that. Goon 3 times in a row. Coming this fall, the role Perry was forced to play. The Goon. That's a hockey term right there. Let's see what's another one up here. Here's another one. Open Sesame. Let's see how the very strong Perry Caravello is having a problem opening up something. Let's watch this clip right here on my segment called Perry Talk in the middle of the day.
I'm not cooking shit. I can't even open this goddamn thing.
I don't mean tonight. See, there's probably an easier way. There's probably like some kind of tab you pull or something.
It's called, get this. You gotta turn this. And
Come on, Perry.
Wow.
It's
You're
child-proof and idiot-proof, apparently.
Shut the fuck up.
You're an idiot. You're a grown man. You can't open a jar.
Can't open it.
Think he can ski and shit. He can't even open a jar of magic pills.
Must be real.
The can.
Do you pull that off?
You see this? You see that? You gotta turn it.
We know how
palms.
a lid works. You turn it. You squeeze
Won't
it and you
open-
turn
I
it. We know
can't
how it
open
works.
Won't open.
There's got to be an easier way to open it, Perry. There's no way.
Then how you open it, you goddamn moron!
Okay, so show me, because I thought there'd be a better.
I am not fucking.
Oh my God, that's funny. He wants to do Aladdin. I need to see Perry and Randy sing A Whole New World now.
Shut the fuck up, you.
Oh, somebody will make that happen. He's still opening this bottle.
See, I said
We got to put all his magic pills in this bottle. He'll never be able to eat them.
I've seen you don't hurt yourself.
I can't get this. Wait.
No, just like
Holy
I said.
shit! It just came off like that.
Just like I said. There was a pull thing. Wow.
He makes
Tom
the
was right
simplest,
again.
every simple thing, guys, complicated. Even opening a jarro. Opening a jar. There you go. Now, yesterday was the members only stream. And yes, I think I saw Widow Killer or others say in the chat that they were supposed to do a deep dive on his tattoo. That's what Tom likes to do. He likes to pick a topic and just burr down into it, and it just drives him nuts. So yesterday, the arguments ended up being, you know how he does? He just gets like defiant. So when they were telling him about, so he would just answer by saying like what he's going to do at some point later. And Tom B finally had to tell him, you can't keep saying that. I don't want to hear again that you'll be in the snow. That can't be your answer to everything. Like, oh, fuck you, I'll be in the snow. He's like, we're not even talking about any of that. Stop bringing up November and the fucking snow, because it was such like a go-to answer for him all day yesterday. Now I've gotten more familiar with Shane Gillis, Scott, on Kill Tony shows. You like Shane Gillis as a comedian? I like Shane.
You know, at first I didn't, but he's growed on me. I've seen him here and there on different shows. He's kind of growed on me.
He is. I think he is. Well, he's one of the stronger ones out of like these group, about him and McCusker and all these guys that hang out together. But he has an opinion about Perry Caravello and Perry Caravello, Windy City Heat. Let's listen to a little bit of this now.
What was that documentary they did where they got
Windy City Heat?
Windy City Heat, where they got that guy.
You ever see that?
Mm-mm.
They do that to a guy. He's the man. He's a very funny guy. He's a crazy guy, a little, at the Comedy Store. And these other guys made an entire fake movie. They told him he was the star of an action movie and just filmed a movie of a guy that thinks he's in a movie.
What's
and
it called?
everyone, it's called Windy City Heat. Everyone else is doing the joke. They're fucking with him the whole time, doing like stunts, throwing him in trash cans and shit. It's incredible. And he never really got it. They show him the video at the end. They go, "This was all kind of a joke," and he loves it.
It really was an amazing kind of angle or way to do the show, Bobby Nick.
What was that documentary?
To do the movie is to just treat it 100% serious, but literally like everybody else is in on the joke, but one guy, the star. So that's amazing. If you guys haven't seen Windy City Heat yet, it has to do with Don Barris and Jimmy Kimmel and a couple of those guys got together and they kind of actually formulated a movie out of Perry's desire. They know he always wanted to be a star. So they're like, man, we're going to cater to every one of his desires. We're going to make him a star. We're going to give him everything he dreamed of, kind of. Got to see Windy City Heat to find out. So there you go. It was the members only show, but no matter how they tried to talk about the tattoo, he kept talking about being up in the snow and all this stuff. This could end up being the longest members-only stream ever. It did go many hours. I was traveling yesterday, and I was kind of tuning in, keeping my ear tuned into it. It was even still going on when I got to my destination. Let's see. This is Perry just going on and on, members-only style yesterday. And they had him call a couple people as well that he, of course, hung up on.
I got news for you.
I'll be in the fucking snow.
2 hours.
I am a skateboarder. I'm always going to be snowboarding, and that's going to be forever. You fucking little bitch, 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 bitch,
bitch!
You have no answer to anything. You just don't care. Okay, you just don't care. So you have
No,
skateboards.
I don't give a shit anymore.
No. See, that's an immature, lazy response. I'm asking you to defend. Here's your chance to defend yourself. Not that I will be learning or anything. That's not an answer to the question. Right now, I'm asking, why do you have skateboards and snowboards printed on your shirt? I know you ran.
And I put it on! Period! Shove it up your ass! And there's nothing more to say! Because I'm not talking about it anymore! You fucking little pain in my motherfucking ass! You fucking asshole! God damn it!
I got news.
Well, it's funny. Hey, what's up, Betty White? Betty White kick ass. I'm glad you're hanging out for all the vibe today. I know you're going to be a long-time vibe family member. I just love how he yells. It's so endearing. Yeah, if you would like, let's see. Betty, he is a real man, says Space Nerd. Betty asked, is he single? Yes. Wouldn't he be? Let me see. Here's a little bit of went on yesterday, says Widow Killer. Comment. Perry, were you drunk when you got the tattoo? Perry, fuck you, I'm in the snow this November. Right, and so that was his answer to everything, Scott. And finally, Tom got so upset because he's like, we're concentrating on the tattoo. I better not hear another effing thing about where you're going to be in the future. Stop bringing that shit up. And he would just went to it over and over again. Let's see. Betty White, he has a friend named Randy because Betty asked, is Perry single? Yeah, with that ranting and raving. And you know the beautiful thing about Perry, one of the many beautiful things, you talk about, you love his yelling, it's so endearing, is that these are all just like printed words on a screen or thoughts or notions. It can be the computer talking that sets him off. It can be Tom B or just reading a super chat himself. But these are all thoughts or notions that he could easily control, but he reads it and he does this. And that's one of the things we like about Perry.
I'll be in the fucking snow.
2 hours,
I am a skateboarder. I'm always going to be snowboarding, and that's going to be forever.
Because Tom kept trying to shut him down, and so he finally, I'll add 2 hours to the stream. Oh my God. Betty White, Kick-Ass says, I think he just needs some love. Yeah, maybe. Well, he did. He choked one of his wives for cooking the sauce and the pasta in the saucepan, or vice versa, or whatever. I don't know. Using the wrong pot, basically. He's not a very reasonable or stable guy, as you might be able to indicate here, Betty, from these clips. Well, now let's go back. This is that was just a quick gif about a members only stream, the McDonald's stream when he's dressed up like that. There you go. What is this? This says, when you see someone who stole your look. He uses that. He misuses stole a lot. He says stole. They stole it from me. She stole it from me. So as we get near the top of the Perry Caravello Live on Twitter X, I will remind you that tonight it happens all over again, folks. 4 p.m. Pacific, Monday Night PCL, 7 o'clock East. I'll be hanging out with you guys in the chat, making all kind of funny, wise comments and cracks with you guys, hanging out with chat family in a different chat. PCL, Monday Night PCL. That's where I'll be later on tonight. Let me see. What is this? Our interview. Oh, wow. Florence Carmella. I've noticed her she does some wrestling interviews. Apparently, she interviewed Bob Levy and talks about his wrestling career. So they feature that. We'll have to check that out. Let's see. What's that? PCL Slam Soak Style. McDonald's in Malibu. Let me see. That's like an older one. I don't think we have to show everything. Why don't we have fun and play a couple Chris Popke songs? We're at the top of the feed, folks. So I'll remind you again, for more fun like that, if you want to see it actually go down live tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock East, it all goes down at Perry's house.
My house. He's not allowed in my house. No one's allowed in my house. Unless I allow them in my house. Then if I allow them here, they're allowed. My house. My house.
Then they're allowed.
Who the hell, Jagoff?
One of the best uses of Perry Caravello's scream ever is as follows. Easy for me to say. All right. And I'm sure that we'll be talking at, Brutal Pain loves that. He loves the da. Well, maybe you're ready for a ride in Perry's car then as we wrap up this Perry Talk segment here in the afternoon. I'm in Perry's car. I'm going for a ride. This has been Perry Talk on BF Live The Vibe, 246 on the East Coast of the United States.
I love my car. It's too valuable to me, and it's in way too good of condition to me, and I will never get rid of it. You see?
My car.
I love my car, and I take good care of my car.
I think we got to do
It's
Rock
still
You Like a
in good
Horoscope.
shape. The seats aren't torn.
We got to see what the stars have in mind for everybody.
When the plastic or the leather starts cracking, then it's time to replace that. Or get a whole new vehicle. Good day.
Good day, I say to you. I'll see you tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock East. We're just getting a little ramped up for the fun that's going to happen at the times I just told you there. And we just did it in the segment I call Perry Talk.
Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk.
Perry Talk is what we just did. We're having it. We're doing it. I'm sitting here with my bros, Bobby Nick.
We're doing it.
We are doing it. Bobby Nick, Scott Fitzpatrick. No Andrew today. How's our boy Andrew last time you talked to him there, guys? Saturday? Was that Saturday you talked to him?
He wasn't with us. No, he wasn't with us. Right. He was at a wrestling event.
He went, really?
Yeah.
What do you know about this, Bob? Because I didn't catch wind of this, buddy.
I don't know nothing about it. I know nothing at all.
I know nothing? You know nothing?
Yeah.
Interesting. You know.
Nothing. I know nothing.
Okay, well, it's not that big of a deal, though. But let's go. Let's see. All right, let's have a little fun. Let's do a little dancing. But let's dance in a different kind of way here on the Vibe. And I think we should wrap up this show doing our Rock You Like a Horoscope segment, folks. So get your head start. Throw them in, because on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays right here on BF Live The Vibe, we like to see what the stars have in mind for us at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the week. So throw your signs in the chat. I'll go over to my studio real soon and caress my crystal balls ever so gently to present you your Rock You Like a Horoscope readings for Monday. But right now, let's do a little dancing with Mick Jagger right here. But Bob, here's a little caveat. If Start Me Up without music didn't have music, let's watch Mick Jagger dance to Start Me Up in silence. Start me up.
House man. House man. Help! Lord.
It looks like they're having fun at least.
But that probably is more or less what it is, Bobby Nick, if they're not running the track, because, you know, a lot of times they dance and they sing over the track. So, you know, you can imagine if the track stops playing or something, they're still kind of standing there doing that thing. So a little fun video right there. Widow Killer, let's recap real quick. He says, did we cover Perry showing up for the car race he was going on about Tuesday, where no one was there when he showed up? No, we didn't, Widow Killer, and they kind of went over and breezed past that so quick, bro. I was expecting or hoping for a lot more of that, but that's kind of all I heard in passing is that Perry went to the bubblegum race. I think that's when I was like traveling around, so maybe other things were entering my ear, like my wife or something like that. So, he went to the bubblegum race, but I understand it didn't bear no fruit, like it was a waste of time or something. So I'll have to catch up and find out a little bit more of that myself, but I understand it was like a no-go. But now, wait a minute. I got to run my element, folks. We're doing horoscopes. That's what I promised that we would do. I just kind of ran the Perry Talk thing. Why don't I run my horoscope element, folks? Because we do them on Mondays, we do them on Wednesdays, and we do them on Fridays. So it is your Monday chance to find out what the stars have in mind for us. I see them already built up in there. So let me run my element and let me rock you like a horoscope. Rock you like a horoscope. Planning. Rock you like a horoscope. Planning. Now here I am in the horoscope reading studio I will caress my crystal balls ever so gently. I'm going to set the mood by playing my porn/horoscope reading music. Then I'm going to go to the chat, and you're going to let me know your astrological sign, and I will read it for you in the Monday Rock You Like a Horoscope readings right here. As soon as I get my porn/horoscope music playing. Here we go. Let's get that. Oh, yeah. And now the mood is set, and it begins. It is Monday. Let's check your Soulful Horoscope Readings, Rock You Like a Horoscope. Let's see who checks in first. It's Peak Hunt, my friend, with Aquarius. Here we go. This is Aquarius for Peak Hunt and Sagittarius for Mother Peak Hunt. He checks in double dipping, but I don't mind at all because he is a super supportive bro. He is the reason that BF Live, the Vibe family, is growing with his generous gifted memberships. I read the first of two for my friend Peak Hunt and all the other Aquarii joining us today. And I always think of Josh in Tennessee when I think of my Aquarius friends. So let's get into it, and let's get into your Monday.
Whole school.
Got to play the mouth guitar part too. There you go, Bob Nick. I'm glad you enjoyed that. All right. That was another Popkey thing. I think I just, somebody just kind of won off. I said, rock you like a horoscope. And Chris Popkey heard something musical and put it to music. And now we have a theme for rock you like a horoscope. All right, here we come, Popkey. Here comes your Aquarius finally, buddy. Aquarius, you may identify with a key relationship, but it could feel more competitive and less supportive right now. Gentle nurturing could be just what you need or need to give. An urge to get away, Aquarius, could be hard to ignore. See what you can work out and get your ass away. Peak Hunt 421. There you go. That's the first of two. And since Mama Peak Hunt is a Sagittarius, just like my friend Bobby Nick, I will now read Sagittarius right here on the Vibe. It's just kind of the immature, fun way that we talk about Sagittarius here on the Vibe. So this is for Bobby Nick. This is for Mama Peak Hunt and all the Sagittarii joining us today. Here comes yours. A new skill, Sagittarius. A new skill for your wheelhouse could be beneficial. Check out some learning opportunities to add something new to your resume. If you're in a relationship, changes in ambition could affect a partner. Or you could decide to change course somewhat as a couple. That is for Bobby Nick. That is for Mama Peak Hunt and all the Sagittarii joining us today. That was your Monday. As we continue on down the chat looking for our next astrological sign, Stormy checks in on the Vibe. Stormy lets us know that Andrew's iPad is currently on the floor. Let the iPad hit the floor. Let the iPad hit the floor. Let the iPad hit the floor. Hey, Stormy, good afternoon from Peak Hunt checking in. Peak Hunt gets acknowledged by Stormy in return. Hoya Stormy from Brutal Pain. Brutal Pain gets acknowledged in return from Stormy. I love the Stones. Mick is awesome. Did he start you up properly? There you go, Space Nerd. Terry Nee says, it's in 2 weeks. Labria. It's not a sign, but it should be, and it is right here on the Vibe. To go along with Sagittarius, we will immaturely now call Libra Labria. For my friend Brutal Pain and all the Labrias joining us today, here comes your vagina. Labria. Bring it are the first two words it says, Libra. Bring it. You've got the brains and the muscle to make things happen. Oh my. Musculature. Oh my. Brutal Pain certainly has the musculature. I'll start over. Bring it, Libra. You've got the brains and the muscle to make things happen. Speaking out in a group should be calibrated to the group of the moment. Oh, the group. The moment and the objective. If something looks too good to be true there, Libra, it probably is. Just like my mother always told me. Career matters could be in golden sunlight. That is for Brutal Pain and all the Libras joining us today, the Labrias. That was your Monday. Like a horoscope. Interesting. Speaking out in a group should be calibrated to the group the moment, and the objective. You mean like on a panel show with 9 other people? I'm going to hit you with that one, Bobby Nick. I thought you would like that one. We had a little fun with that one. I saw a little something. I would like seeing a little something in these horoscopes. Gracias, BF. And the BF Chang emoji is utilized by my friend Pecan420. And to that, I say, de nada, my friend Pecan420. That means you're welcome in Spanish, but we're using, never mind, we're using Chinese stuff. We're all over the place. Let's see. Leo cups the Virgo balls, as our friend Space Nerd always reminds us of. So let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Here it comes. Let's do the first of 2 for Space Nerd, because her second one also happens to be mine. So this is for my membership supporting friend, the one and only Space Nerd. Here comes Leo, the first of 2 for the nerd. Leo, your deep inner grace is visible now to those with eyes that can see it, Space Nerd. Keep your communication safely on the middle ground. Don't get lost in the weeds in either extreme, or either extreme. Stay open out in the world. Don't double down or dig in your heels right now. Keep an open mind, Leo. It's the first of 2. That was your Leo. And now, picture, if you will, Space Nerd and Leo cupping the Virgo, as she says, or as we say, cupping the Virgo's ball. So here, I happen to be a Virgo. How many of you out there, guys? Because this is for us. This is the second of 2 for the nerd, and it's for me and all the Virgos out there. Here comes the Monday Rock You Like a Horoscope for Virgo. Your burning topic might burn too hot to be kept inside. You should be good to go, but look over and adjust the room before you start. You could face interrupters, hecklers, or pushback, but the thing may still need to be said. Oh boy. It's a little cryptic, but it's the second of 2 for my friend Space Nerd, and it's for all the Virgos joining us today. That was our... As we move on down the line. Oh, what's short now? All right. While I wait for more to come in the chat, I'm going to move on to Scott Fitzpatrick. We already did Sagittarius for Bobby Nick. Now I'm going to do Cancer. This is for Scott Fitzpatrick. This is for Brian Clauder. This is also for Juggalette Jen and any Cancer joining us today. Here comes your Monday. Here it comes. Cancer. The past might be beckoning today, Cancer. Either fond memories or old issues could surface. There's a path forward, so look for it, Cancer. Dating Cancerians, that's a word, dating Cancerians could meet someone who looks perfect from the get-go. Give it time to see the whole package. Oh, so if you Cancers are out there dating and you could meet someone who looks perfect from the get-go, give that shit time to see the whole package. That is for Scott Fitzpatrick. That's for Brian Claude and all the Cancers joining us today. That was your Monday. And now, even though Andrew's not here today, he is our co-host and bro when he can be here. And I remember that he's a Pisces. So this will be for Andrew the Giant and any Pisces that are joining us for this segment today, the Monday Rock You Like a Horoscope Reading. Hey, Andrew and Pisces, trust yourself enough. Love yourself enough to face a past mistake, Andrew. No, own your error and learn the lesson so you never repeat it, Andrew. This definitely sounds like it's directed to Andrew. This is how self-misery is built. Oh, self-mastery is built, Andrew. Forgive them, then forgive yourself, and move onward empowered for my friend Andrew. And any other Pisces joining us today. That was your Monday Soulful Horoscope Reading, Rock You Like a Horoscope. Well, we did them all, folks. Dare I say, we did Cancer for our friend Scott Fitzpatrick, Jen, and Brian Clauder. We did Sagittarius, Vagittarius for Bobby Nick, and for Mama Pecan. And we did Virgo for myself. We did Pisces. So there you go, folks. We do them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that's the next time you'll catch me doing this again, Wednesday. Join me in the middle of the week when we do them again. That was your Monday edition of Rock You Like a Horoscope. Now on with more of the show. Like a horoscope. Like a horoscope. Horoscope. Plan. Here I am, baby, and there you are, the awesome chat family. I wouldn't even have a reason to do this show if you guys didn't show up for me every day. You show up and show out, and I love and appreciate you all. I hope that your Monday is a little bit better than it would have been, maybe if we hadn't done this today. We are going to start pulling this train into the station, because I'll even let you know. We do say that when we stay around after 3 o'clock here, we call it something different. We call it Overvibe. Unnecessary echo. And at 2 minutes past 3 o'clock, where I'm coming to you from on the East Coast of the United States, I say it's time we pull this train in the station. We're just a little bit into the over vibe. But dare I say, the Monday fun is not over, folks. I hope that we made your early part of your Monday better, but I have a feeling that you're still going to have fun later on this Monday. Let's go to Scott Fitzpatrick right now. I'll give him any last words, plugs, or anything as he takes his ear things off. The man with the hair, don't care. Scott Fitzpatrick, plugs or any last words, my friend.
Pull the train in the station, and right when you said that, you can't see it, but some Pineapple Express arrived. See it?
Choo choo! The Pop Master strikes again. The Prop Master strikes again. It's all calm over here.
And then the Lunatic Lounge tonight on Bobby Nick's channel at Bobby Nick 1978 at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then of course, maybe we'll catch up with Andrew tomorrow on No Filter Andrew and Friends.
Hope so.
At 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then also for all your local bullshit needs and look for some Tammy. Tammy got poop on her finger. You can see the video of that over there.
Oh my God! And then we heard somebody in the chat say that the police got called on her because the truck got hot or something.
Yeah, so all that'll be coming on Angry Iguana 112 here real soon.
Yes, and hopefully he'll bring little versions, a little taste of that when you're not watching it on Angry Iguana 112. We got to find out in the next edition of Scott's Hole what happened. What is the completion of the saga? Did they get taken away, arrested? Did they put her up at some place? You'll have to look for Angry Iguana 112. You'll find out over there, and hopefully you'll find out again next time you visit Scott's Hole when you're right here on the Vibe with us. Thank you, Scott Fitzpatrick. I'm glad your voice is better, buddy, because I was totally shocked to see you Friday after you had a hard time with losing your voice from some medicine. So I'm glad to hear you sounding better, and thank you for being here today.
Cool, thanks.
I appreciate that, Scott Fitzpatrick. Now I'm going to go to my friend Bobby Nick because I'll be in the chat for Perry Caravella Live later. That's what I'll be doing. Now this guy's he's already done a couple shows. I don't know. I'm going to go to him now. You got your paper, you got your pencil.
The first one.
This was the first one, all right, so we got that down. So I got the first one for today for a change. Now he's going to tell you about the rest of them, the second, third, fourth, and fifth. Hang on tight. Grab your paper and pencil. Bob, where are you going to be after this?
Well, me and Wendy will be doing something on my channel at Bobby Nick 1978. I'm sure it'll be called Afternoon Chill. God only knows who's going to show up, though. That's the thing. You never know, so tune in. Not sure what time, but it's going to be within the next hour. And then tonight on my channel at Bobby Nick 1978, like Scott already said, we got the Lunatic Lounge. Fuck yeah. We'll be doing it and having it at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, once again on my channel at Bobby Nick 1978, we will be doing late night with Bobby Nick at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So
are you expecting a new match tonight with Pecan?
Yeah, there was no matches last night, but yeah, Pecan has assured me. Well, he assured me last night that there will be some matches tonight. So,
all right, well, to find out for sure for your late night fun, we got your early part of the day covered. Bobby Nick's going to be doing afternoon lounges and hanging out with the one and only Wendy Pack, our friend, in the afternoon for the afternoon lounge. And then he's going to do with all the boner shows and then late night stuff, late night with Bobby Nick, matches tonight. The commish comes in the chat and assures us there will be fresh matches tonight on late night with Bobby Nick. Now let's run Andrew's credits real quick. Let's run his little video and thank our boy Andrew the Giant. Normally he would be co-streaming the show on Andrew the Giant 96 if I allowed him, if he wasn't in trouble lately, but he didn't join us today. But please always support all of our friends, including the superstar that is Andrew the Giant. His page will probably let you know it's well over 40,000 subscribers. Dare I say 40,500 subscribers on Andrew the Giant 96 channel. And you can see him at No Filter on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays with the guys right here, Scott and Bobby Nick, and Stormy producing, doing her thing in the background a lot of the times on Andrew, No Filter Andrew, or Andrew the Giant 96 is where he's got the 40,000. And help out Angry Iguana over there. Try to get up to 500 because that's like a monetization level if the iguana chooses to do that when they make it there. So Scott's at 4 something, or the Angry Iguana's at 4 something. So make sure you go over there too. So there'll be matches tonight. Plenty of fun to be had after this, folks. As far as me, like I said, I will see you later on tonight in the PCL chat. I'm going to get over here, ham sandwich, take a little smoke. I'm going to take my dog out, and then I'm going to get right back at the grind again to bring you the next show tomorrow, BF Live The Vibe. Join me tomorrow for stream show 365 for Tuesday, BF Live The Vibe, and hopefully these friends and maybe a few more will show up tomorrow. You won't know unless you show up, folks. So, for the absent Andrew the Giant, for my friend Scott Fitzpatrick, Bobby Nick, who you'll be seeing really soon on the afternoon chill with Wendy, and the rest of the chat family, this has been a great Monday. I'm feeling great. Better than I do on most Mondays. And I hope maybe some of you feel better on this Monday than maybe you would have otherwise. Shyt getting the shout-out love and emoji being utilized by our friend. Yes, he's the produce guy over there on the Levyverse. Thank you, Oscar Electric, Terry Nee, and all the generous people over here. Thank you, P-Cunt. Thank you, P-Cunt again. Thank you, Spurk Snake, for checking in with your 3-month member. Thank you, Mandy, for knocking out the goal single-handedly of $3.17 here on the Vibe today. So for all of these guys, have a great West Year Monday. Go hang out with Bobby, Nick, and all the like. And if we don't see you on any of those shows, we'll see you the next time we see you right here on the Vibe, folks. Because as we say, we don't say bye. We just say bye for now. And we'll see you the next time we see you right here on the Vibe, folks. Have a great rest of your Monday. See you tomorrow right here on the Vibe. Peace and love. Bye-bye.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
If one more person comes up to me on a Monday and says, Happy Monday, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them. Happy Monday, my ass. Check this. Come check this.
Chat family.